Summon Sign is brought to you by you. If you want to learn how to support our show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Boo! Welcome to episode 96 of Summon Sign Last Stand Media's weekly in-depth game discussion podcast. I'm your host, as always, Brad Ellis, and joining me for this very special Halloween edition of Summon Sign, the second edition, I want to say. We got Dustin, first of all, Furman, looking nice for the listeners. If you've not seen it, you're missing out on this episode big time. Dustin, explain who you are to the audience.
I am Leon Sex Kennedy. And I just found out that Jimmy did this costume last year, so it feels a little deflating, but feels good on the spooky season to be here. But I do have a bonus for you guys for this costume that's going to make it all better. Hold on.
Oh, okay. He's hyping it up. What's he got?
We've got
you
Frisk in the Leon S. Kennedy jacket.
Damn.
That's crazy. Leon together. This is just a normal jacket that happens to look like a Leon jacket.
It does look like a Leon jacket. That's so funny.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Also, Mr. Halloween himself, Jimmy Champagne. I'll let him do his intro. Jimmy, who are you for the audience at home that can't see this right now?
What's your favorite scary movie?
That's right.
I'm Ghostface, but I'm going to take the mask off because I have a cold. And you probably it's probably muffling the audio.
Yeah, it is.
Imagine listen the whole podcast like masked up.
I'm going to need you to put it on at least 2 times, though, throughout the episode, Jimmy. Okay. Just for a little bit. Even if you're not talking. Keep it on hand. Oh, you even got the gloves, too.
Oh, no.
Very
My
nice.
earbud fell out. I can't hear you now.
Oh, shit. Jimmy's a bitch.
Oh, no,
Jimmy's a bitch.
You
can't hear anything.
Because I got a leather glove on.
There he is.
All right,
What's
I'm
up,
back.
Jimmy?
I'm back.
We were saying how great you are.
Oh, thanks.
Me, Skeleton, if you can't see, also. But yeah, check out the video version. You're missing out. That's right.
Dude, I've had the most insane week down here. It's really messy in here. My drain pipe from my house exploded and I had to replace that. And then I come down here 2 days later and I'm leaving and there's an inch of water all over the basement. And I'm like, oh, I probably fucked up that pipe somehow. No, that's dry. The 6-foot pipe I replaced is A-okay. My water heater decided to shoot water out the side of it. So I had to fix that. So then everything that was in the room with the water heater is over here now. So that's why it's
chaos.
Messy.
Yeah. And Dustin's casually holding an MP5 right now.
Yeah. Chaos City.
Yeah.
So just as a funny aside about this costume, I was asking around because I was like, I would like to have a pistol and I can have the pistol and the flashlight and that will really tie things together. Everyone I asked I was like, hey, do you have a toy pistol or an airsoft pistol? I asked like 4 people and they all told me the same thing. They said, I've got a real pistol. If you want to use that,
you can just use a real one.
I have a real pistol. I don't know.
Trouble.
It would feel a little irresponsible.
It's TOS.
Like even if tape on it.
You know, if it was the tape will block the bullet. I would unload it, but I was like, yeah, let's not do that. So
yeah.
My buddy Josh lent me his MP5. I feel like I just kind of want to hold it for the show, you know?
Oh, it's Josh's.
I have a knife.
Good shit.
This is for my Leon costume, but Ghostface uses a knife.
Yeah, that's true.
Little stabby.
Yeah, it's like that's like a Rambo knife right there.
Yeah, it sucks. It was like $5. I have like a knife holster for Leon's, the combat knife.
Yeah.
You can see it in last year's episode.
Yeah, very good. I appreciate the Halloween spirit here for the Halloween episode. Good shit, boys. Thanks for dressing up. It's mandatory, but I appreciate you guys volunteering. Before we get in the show, though, please check us out on patreon.com/laststandmedia. If you would like to support us, we could not do with you guys over there. You can get early ad-free access to all of our shows and get stuff like Sacred Symbols Plus. Dustin, what's Sacred Symbols Plus coming up that we can promote? No idea. What was the last one? Was the last one with Cog? Oh, no, it was with Reese Elliott, right?
Yes, Reese Elliott from Alinea Analytics.
Mm-hmm.
You can go check that out. I honestly have no idea what's going to be for this Saturday. Yet, so we'll find out.
Also, you can check out the archives of our sacred streams that Dustin and Colin are always a part of. The most recent one that they just did today was Symphony of the Night, which
Yes.
I'm bummed I couldn't be there. That's a sick ass stream. Damn.
Symphony of the Night. The synths were out for Symphony of the Night.
I do. Yeah.
And
I will
Brad, little update. I think I've convinced Colin that we're going to do you, me, and him training sesh from software game. I told him I would consult with you on what game.
Oh, would be the best for him?
Yeah, like what, or not just for him, but like what would be the best for the audience? Like, should we do Elden Ring? Should we do Dark Souls 3?
Elden Ring, you can like prep the most, I guess.
Right.
Like he could go do stuff if he gets stuck.
Right.
Maybe that, but that would take the longest for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That's a tough question because it's like either that or I think you should do Dark Souls 1, the legend.
You would have to really coach because I've only played that one time.
Yeah, I can coach on that. Yeah. Give him magic. Easy peasy. He's good to go.
Lightning Spear.
Lightning Spear. That's right. Yeah, I can do a faith build. I don't know. That's an exciting prospect, Dustin. We'll have to brainstorm on that because there's a lot of good options.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, also, if you want some merch, go to laststandmedia.store. Recently, we did pre-orders of the Sacred sweatshirts. Those are all done, though. But thank you, everybody who participated and pre-ordered it. It did very well, what I was told, according to Micah. So that's good shit. Very nice crew neck.
Also, we restocked our hats.
Oh,
there is the once limited stand down shirt is available. As long as we've got them in stock, as long as we have them available, you can get that along with a new kind of like I think it's called Frosted Navy Sacred Stealth shirt that is available right now.
All right. Big dumb stupid idiot wrote and said, "Hey, big boys, Brad, it has to be so freeing to be your giant ass Slender Man self during Halloween. Have fun traumatizing small children in the forest." What is your guys' natural monster? If I'm Slender Man, what are you, Dustin?
I don't know, man. I was thinking I like Mothman a lot. He's pretty cool, but I don't know if I'm him. I don't know if I will ever be him. You know, I feel like his greatness is too much for me. I'm probably like a fucking scarecrow or something. Some bitch stuck to a pole.
You know what? I don't know why, Dustin, but I thought of you as specifically Michael J. Fox as the Wolfman.
Dude, that movie rules. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
That's you specifically. Okay. Jimmy, what nightmare creature are you?
Michael Myers, duh.
Michael Myers, okay. You like to stand around, stare at people?
Yeah, he's out on my lawn right now.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. This is Logan from Memory Card Summoners. This isn't necessarily gaming related, but with Mr. Champagne on here, I thought I'd ask if any of you are fans of The Crow. My only real Halloween tradition is watching the original 1994 Brandon Lee classic The Crow on Devil's Night. Do you guys have a specific movie or game you watch or play every year? All right, first of all, Jimmy, The Crow, 1994. Are you into it?
Classic.
Yeah,
it's good. Good movie. The remake that they just put out is terrible.
Yes,
it's not really a remake, I guess. It's just a bad movie. Yeah. I didn't like that. But the original Crow is awesome.
But then there's like a second one, right?
It's called like City of Angels or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I play Resident Evil 4 every year.
Ooh.
And I watch Halloween and Trick or Treat. If you guys haven't seen Trick or Treat, like it's Trick 'R Treat. They put it back in theaters this October so you can see it that way, but that is the quintessential Halloween movie.
Cool. Yeah, I know. I hear you talk about it since I've known you, hyping it up.
It's like 90 minutes, great effects. Warner Brothers pulled it like 2 days before it came out, and then it did like amazing on Blu-ray, so then they put it back in theaters 15 years later.
Huh. Strange.
Yeah.
Dustin, what about you? Tradition. What do you watch, play?
I really don't have any traditions at all. There are some movies that I return to on Halloween. Specifically, one of my all-time favorites, Troll 2.
Troll 2.
which is an
Okay.
iconic bad movie. Many people know it from. There's the scene where the guy's like, they're eating her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh
Yeah.
my god! And there's like a fly on his face.
Yeah,
But the
that's good
whole
shit.
movie is absolutely excellent. I've seen it so many times. I'm gonna have to put it on. I have it on Blu-ray, so I like to put that on at various parties or whatever. Though I was thinking this year, this isn't going to be a tradition, but I think on Halloween night I'm going to boot up Silent Hill 2 remake.
Ooh, okay.
I'm just going to play. I'm not necessarily going to play and beat it or like start it. I just want to play it that night. It feels right this year. I keep thinking about it.
Yeah, I
Cool.
get it, dude. I get it. For me, gaming wise, I always give Castlevania 1 a spin. Around this time. Always. Movie wise or show wise, I try to watch the Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin because it's just a fucking classic. I grew up with, and it's really short too. Easy to commit to. Also, shout out sometimes The Frighteners. That's one I watch occasionally.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Is that Peter Jackson?
I'm
Who
not
is that?
sure.
I don't
Let me
know.
look. Peter Jackson did Dead Alive.
Okay. I
That
forgot who
movie
did that
rules.
movie. Shout out Michael J. Fox once again being brought up on this
Yeah,
episode.
Peter Jackson. That's a
Okay.
good movie.
Yeah. Cool shit. There's a cool face rip I remember in it.
Yeah. They did a bad remake of that too, I think.
They did? What the hell?
Yeah, I think so. With like,
What? Why? Why even do this?
I worked
It's
on
ridiculous.
it, I'm pretty sure.
Jimmy's researching right now. I like it. He's sleuthing.
Okay, no. I was thinking of a different movie.
Okay.
Yeah, but they are working on a remake.
Okay.
It'll be
Boys, we got some Halloween memories and stuff people associate with from the audience. Let's get into them. This is from Matthew Christ. When I was 12, my brother and I bought Resident Evil for PS1 and played it around Halloween time. Of course, it scared the hell out of us, and there was nothing like it at the time. There has never been a truly scary game before that, and it also happened to be an incredible game on top of that. My brother and I have a tradition every year, one day in October, that we do a Resident Evil 1 run, and it is always a great time, and the original PS1 version still holds up big time, and MIO is more atmospheric and disturbing and scarier than the remake. Something about those pixelated pre-rendered graphics turns the creepy level all the way up. Not to mention the tank controls make it hard to aim or get around zombies, so that adds to the fear factor and urgency. Anyways, happy Halloween, you freaks. All right, I like that sign off. RE1, an all-time classic. In my opinion, I love it. I think the remake is far superior than the original, but I do like the original as well.
Yeah,
Jimmy, I know you love this game as well.
Yeah. I agree with everything you said. I can
Dustin.
play through the original.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
I can play through it. Yeah.
When the remake is there, I'm just like, I'd rather
Remake
play that.
just adds cooler shit, scarier, in my opinion.
Heads.
But I do love the original as well. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Dustin, controversial. You weren't huge on remake, were you? Right? The original remake?
No, I'm not. I respect it
Okay.
deeply, but I have a hard time with it. And I think if I grew up with it, like Matthew did here, I think I maybe would like it more. But I still think it's super cool. I need to play it again at some point.
Is it the door loading?
Oh, the door loading
You got to
makes
use
me
the door
so
scan
annoyed.
mod.
Where did you play it?
on PlayStation.
Oh, like recently?
A couple years ago, I want to say.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
It speeds it up a little bit on like PS5 and computer, like PC, but it's still like, oh, these freaking doors.
I love this story. I love that him and his brother have this tradition for, it says when they were 12, they bought Resident Evil. So this has been long running. It's super cool. Glad you have a great relationship with your brother. Must be nice to have a brother.
To have a brother in general. Be careful what you wish for.
Man, that's funny. Connor Reese wrote in, Happy Halloween week, fellas. I think my favorite Halloween gaming memory is playing Batman Arkham Asylum in 2009 around Halloween time. I got it when it came out in August, but I didn't really spend a lot of time with it till closer to Halloween. Playing through those awesome Scarecrow missions during Halloween was a lot of fun. Now I associate this game with Halloween, and I tend to hop in for a bit almost every year during spooky season. Hope you all have a great week. Very nice, dude.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
the Scarecrow and that shit. Awesome.
That's those levels where it goes like 2D for
Yes.
a little bit. That's cool.
Yeah. Scarecrow. That's my favorite Batman villain. Love him.
Yeah, Scarecrow's awesome. Underutilized.
Underutilized, yeah. Nevitz
sick.
wrote in, said, "Hey, spooky summoned spirits. I don't have a Halloween story, but I want to share my scariest time playing a video game. My brother and I were in Walmart, spooky already, right? And it happened to be the release day of Doom 3 on PC. Of course, we could not leave without it. That night, we started the game. No lights on, really good speakers blurring the haunting creature screeches, and then it happened. Unbeknownst to us, a tropical storm was on the way and hit our house that night. The combination of the spooky lighting of the game, no lights on, incredible sound, and the rain, wind, and lighting outside created the best and most terrifying gaming season or session I've ever had in my entire life. I haven't had a moment like that in 21 years since. In the words of my 3-year-old niece, Halloween best ever." Very nice. That's pretty sick, dude. The environment,
Yeah.
you had like 4D right there. The environment getting involved in the game. That's
You saw
good
real
shit.
life in 40X.
Yeah, that's right. 40X, dude. Chairs vibrating. Awesome. All right, this is from Alden Slow. Hello, sussy bakas. I've never celebrated Halloween before, so I don't have any special gaming memories either, but a week ago, I decided to do a marathon of Remedy games on PlayStation. I'm almost done with Alan Wake 1, so this will become my first spooky gaming memory. Happy Halloween. Wow, first spooky memory for gaming. It's pretty intense.
Alan
Love
Wake
that, dude.
1, really good. Alan Wake 2, pretty freaky at points.
Pretty
a little
freaky,
jump
yeah.
scary. A little heavy on the jump scares.
Dude, they do the
but-
jump scares too much in that game. Where I'm just like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. Just like a lady going, yeah, constantly.
Like when you leave it paused for a little bit and you unpause it and it does it, it's like,
yeah,
Come
it's so
on.
crazy.
come on.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. All right, this is from Caleb Peacock. Yo, dudes, what was the dumbest costume you dressed up as a kid? Thanks. All right, dumbest costume, guys. What can you recall?
So one year, my like wife, my best friend, and I all went to Salem around Halloween, like Salem, Massachusetts. And we went to a Halloween party. It was like a costume party. This is not from when I was a kid. This is just the dumbest costume. And there's this movie called In the Mouth of Madness with Sam Neill from Jurassic Park and like a billion other things. And he like gets put in an insane asylum, and it's like an iconic look. Like you see it in memes all the time where it's like him in scrubs and there's like crosses drawn all over it. So I spent like, I don't even know how many hours drawing like hundreds of crosses. I matched the movie perfectly on this pair
Damn.
of scrubs. No one recognized it. And I felt like it's like horror fan city, horror fan central. So there was a lot of fake horror fans who didn't know, but everyone was asking me what I was. And I was like, I whiffed it. Too deep
Yeah.
of a cut. So that was it.
Mm.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was always like, you know, like Spider-Man or like when
Hell
I was
yeah.
a skeleton ninja. I was Ghostface and I had the bloody scream mask with like,
Yeah.
it had a cord with a human heart on it. And you'd squeeze it and the blood would come down. And they like called my mom from school that day about the costume. And she's like, I mean, like, obviously I bought it for him. He's like 7. Like,
Yeah.
what do you like? Is he in trouble? And they're like, yeah, you're right. So yeah, I never had any dumb costumes as a kid, thankfully.
Okay, very nice. Dustin, can
I'm-
you think of a dumb costume?
I was looking through my Instagram to try to remember some of my past costumes. There's only one that's shown up. I'm not going to embed it in the show. I'm just going to show you on screen here. Where was it? I can't find it now. Anyway, I'll find it in a second. But the bad costumes that I remember is that I was often, especially in my teenage years, super lazy about Halloween.
Yeah.
And so it was like, it's trick or treat night. I need something. And I was definitely too old to trick or treat at that point. I was probably like 13 or 14. So it's like, get a black t-shirt and tie it around your head and then wear a black, like long sleeve shirt. And then you're a ninja. You're set. You're good to go. Oh, here's the picture. Can you see this through the...
Whoa,
This
what
is
the
me as
fuck?
a moonshiner.
Oh, dude. To me,
That's not
so
That was
even
kind of
bad.
sick. That was kind of a sick
Yeah.
Yeah,
costume.
that's not too bad, dude.
That's good.
But it's funny. As an adult now, I'm thinking back. I'm like, I don't even remember half the costumes I've done the last time I dressed up wasn't last year, but the year before, and I was Sanji from One Piece.
Cool.
And that was pretty sick because I needed a cigarette, but I'm like, no, I can't smoke inside. So I got like one of those disposable vapes. Dude, I was just nicked out of my mind the entire party. It was great.
That's awesome.
I felt like Tucker Carlson interviewing Putin, man. I was like on cloud nine. It was great.
Damn,
Did you see he does
should,
like 60 zins in like a 3-hour flight or like 60 hours?
Dude, yeah, there was a clip where he's like, I like to take 2 containers and combine them.
So
and I
40,
think
yeah.
I think the Alps, I think those are 9 milligrams, dude.
Yeah, they are.
So, dude, that guy was... It's either,
Zero,
I mean,
dude.
it's kind of legendary in one sense, but also like, damn, dude, if you go without an Alp, you might have a heart attack.
Yeah.
You
He's
might
like
die.
seeing through the Matrix.
Damn, dude. I'm trying to think like lazy costume for sure, Dustin. Like bandit, cowboy bandit. Here's a bandana.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm a bandit. I remember when I was a kid, you probably couldn't do this anymore. Not in big 2025. I don't think this would fly anymore. But when I was a kid, I was a witch doctor. I remember, and I had like my face painted up and stuff like that.
That's
I
kind of
think
sick.
Diablo. It was cool. It was a cool
You were
costume, but
like an
I don't think
extra
you could do.
Jungle Cruise. That's all you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was kind of like.
Yeah.
But people get upset about everything now. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
My laziest costume is for our Halloween fan film. We like made a movie accurate Michael Myers costume, and I kept it. So I used that for like 3 years because like, why would like the movies are relevant, and I like wore it to a Halloween party one night. We had to walk back like 2 miles because it was like a bar crawl around a lake,
Yeah.
and like someone called the cops on us. People were pulling over. 'Cause it was a good costume. So
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Dude,
So then I
wearing
went to
costumes,
Leon.
going to bars is a whole thing.
I like it.
No, it's cool. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, I was a robot one year, Jimmy, like
Oh my
cardboard,
god. Yeah.
and just like cardboard helmet, boxy,
Yeah.
like trying to move around and shit, do stuff, drink the beer. It was tough.
That's why Leon's great because you don't have to wear a
Leon is
mask.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw on a bulletproof vest, you're good to go.
Yeah.
So you just reminded me because I mean we're talking about dumbest costumes, but we got to say best costumes also. This probably was Halloween 2000, maybe it might have been 1999 or 2000. I was Anakin Skywalker because I had like super blonde hair, and that's like cool. I mean, not cool at the
Nerd.
same time. But my dad had a full Obi-Wan outfit.
Cool.
Nice.
And so we were like a duo. And when we were trick-or-treating, I remember this one lady was like, gave me a handful of candy. And then she's like, and this is for your dad. And grabbed an entire another handful. So it paid off.
Nice.
That's
Had the
sick.
duo
Fuck yeah.
costume.
Dude, the good candy people, they hand out good amounts of candy. Legendary. Those
That's us.
Yeah, you gotta
This
be.
year.
You gotta be that.
Anyone
house.
in Grosse Pointe.
You want to be
Michigan,
like
come
the
by.
Moriartys and leave a bowl out of candy and a
Ah,
sign.
dude,
that says,
he's got to
"Please take
watch
candy."
Trick or Treat. Someone does that and they get killed
Yeah.
by Sam.
Answer your fucking door. You can do it.
You got to follow the rules of Halloween.
Follow the rules of Halloween. Follow the rules.
Yeah, no raisins.
Yeah. Don't be a Moriarty. All right.
No raisins.
Be a champagne.
Now, Jimmy, are you doing full size?
Yeah, we got Nerds gummy clusters this year, so we got the
Dude.
because kids
Sick.
love those. But we
Fuck yeah.
still have a ton of kids in our town. Like last year, we had 275 kids come by.
Dude.
So we
hell yeah.
like set a bonfire up in the driveway with like a little fire pit. And my neighbors come by. It's pretty fun, and it goes till like 10.
Yeah. And it's Friday this year also.
Yeah.
So it's going to be extra unhinged, which is always good.
Yeah.
Good shit. All right, boys, let's talk about what we've been playing. Dustin, you and me played this together. Are we there yet? Let's read this quickly first before we get into it. This is from Now Here's a Guy. Yo, happy Halloween, you goblins and ghouls. This question is for Dustin. With the rise of the friend slop genre, how do you decide which games are worth your time and which are passes? Are we there yet looks cool, but how do I convince the boys to fork out a few schmeckles to try it out? Much love.
Right. So first of all, it's what, $7, Brad?
Yeah,
If your boys can't afford the $7,
they got bigger problems.
you got to
You
make
need
fun
new
of them for
boys.
being broke
Yeah.
or something.
You don't skip any of
listen,
them.
$7 not. I get it. Especially if you have a history. Sometimes a friend will convince you to spend all seven here, 5 there, and then they never play with you. So
Right.
that's I get it. But the way that you got to determine is really by the Steam reviews, because there was a short period where this was like shortly after, what was the main one? That was the first big one.
Repo?
No, Lethal Company.
Lethal Company, that's it. After Lethal Company, I was hungry for more of these games.
Right.
And so I had convinced, I think you, Brad, and Ben and Brandon, we checked out like 2 or 3 other ones, and they were all ass. And they didn't, like, the Steam reviews were a little bit mixed on them, and I should have just trusted that. Luckily, Steam has a nice refund policy.
Yeah.
So we were able to just like try and be like, this is not really something we like. So
you mean my pocket change back? Let's go.
Yeah, my $5. It's funny. I was talking about being broke.
Yeah,
that's definitely broke energy there.
Did they ever go back and finish Pilgrim? Because I really liked that one.
Pilgrim, dude, I forgot about that.
Pilgrim was
that guy
great.
A listener?
We got a letter from someone who said that they were the developer.
Whoa, that's crazy.
That was my favorite one by like a wide margin.
Pilgrim was fun.
When was the last? I feel like it's kind of gone MIA, but to be fair, I haven't really been
investigating.
Yeah, paying attention at all. But yeah, Pilgrim was a really good one.
Yeah. Have you heard of Misery? That one is like one of these, but it's like Stalker. It just came out. That one looks cool.
No, I haven't heard of that.
You can like smoke and you can do the like Slavic squat and everything.
Oh, really? That's sick.
I think it has guns too.
Oh,
I think I might have played that one.
You probably
I refunded it, the broke energy, because we didn't like it. Well, we were really frustrated. It was a little too early access at the time.
Yeah. Remember Panicore? That one was not great.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that was the abandoned building one we played.
Yeah, okay.
We gave that one like a solid
okay, I do remember that, yeah.
But the monster could like warp through walls. It's just like path to you.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's not fun.
Yeah, the backroom games or whatever it's called, that genre.
Yeah. Backroom Escape. That one was
Is that in like movies too, Jimmy?
So A24, there's one kid, he was like 16 or 17. He made a whole YouTube series of Backrooms videos.
Whoa.
And A24 gave him like a couple $1 million to make a movie. So I think that's coming out next year.
Whoa, cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's badass. All right. RV there yet? Dustin.
Yeah.
What is this game?
So this has it's been blowing up on Steam. In fact, let me look real quick. It was rising the ranks. In fact, I think I saw it on the front page recently. So I'm not seeing it on the top seller. Oh no, it's number 4.
Oh shit.
Best selling. $7.19, 10% off right now. And yeah, this is a friend slop game through and through, but it's not necessarily. A lot of these friend slop games are more horror or, jump scare based. And this one, at least so far, isn't like that at all. As the title states, it's a game about driving an RV. You and up to 3 other friends or more, if you mod it like we did, go out camping and you need to find your way home. And so you start at the campsite. You and your boys got to load up in the RV. Make sure there's like some burgers you can pick up, your little cooking stove. Get in the RV.
Get your hats.
Very
important.
And driving the RV is, I don't know if you drove the RV, Brad.
I haven't driven it a lot, no.
So it's not, I don't want to say it's bad driving it, but it's meant to be
challenging.
It's meant to be a little difficult. It has a shift system where you have to like move your mouse around to shift it.
Oh, cool.
So you go into, first gear, get up low hills. If you need to go fast, you can kind of shift all the way up to 4th or 5th or something like that. And then there's also reverse. And that's actually the most difficult part is that, and I guess in general to explain, the terrain home, the main path home is not accessible. So you got to go around all these different paths. And that's when it gets crazy because the first barrier is like, oh, there's these rocks and there's some boards outside. So everyone gets out of the RV. You set these boards up in order to get the RV over. But that's really just the beginning where you're going around like super sketchy cliff sides trying to get up. When you're the driver, you can barely see out of the front if you're angled upwards. And a big element of this too is you need to make sure your RV is well maintained. So as you're doing all this stuff, you're going to be hitting bumps. You might accidentally make your RV go off of a cliff or something like that. And so there are stops where you can kind of like repair it, but you also find scrap around the world. And we were at certain points last night or 2 nights ago where our RV was basically just a frame. Like it was convertible at that point. And we were like, if we sneeze on this thing wrong, it's game over. The other thing too that we learned very quickly is that because you're out in the wilderness, there are wild animals about. They can attack you. We got bit by snakes. Mm-hmm. There's wild bears that come.
They fuck
and not
up
only
the RV.
Try to kill you, they also will attack your RV and really, really mess it up. Mm-hmm. So it is really a cooperative game where you got to have the guy outside, pointing you along, making sure your wheels are lined up. There was a point, the most difficult part that we got to, the last part that we were at 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Is
dude, we were there for like 45 minutes. I'm not joking.
It's like there was an elevator, but the elevator was just a square frame. So you had to lay down all the boards, drive the RV onto the loose boards, and then have it raise up. And it kind of reminded me of like if you've ever helped someone move a couch and you're like trying to square up the angles, and it takes like 45 minutes just to figure out how you're going to do it. And it's like you and 3 or 4 other guys just like, oh, well, we do this. We're going to go over here. It's like, this is a game for the boys.
Yeah.
Figuring things out. It almost got to a point where I'm like, this isn't necessarily even fun, us figuring out how to do this, but it scratches a particular co-op itch that is very fun. And, the most important thing. I don't know if you know this, Jimmy, SIGs. You can smoke cigs the whole game.
That, yeah.
Your character's got a cig, and you just have an unlimited amount of cigs. And when you puff the cig, you get a little speed boost. So you and the boys, you're just like smoking cigs. If you drink beer, you get a strength boost that can help you like push and nudge.
So this one's RV. For like grown-ups. Like all the other ones kind of have like a little bit of a kid sheen on them for TikTok, like Repo. Right. It's like cute and goofy. I like that. That's why Misery kind of like piqued my interest in Pilgrim, obviously, because they're a little bit more mature in their design. That's cool. I like the inclusion of alcohol and nicotine.
Yeah, alcohol and nicotine. It just feels good being out with the boys in the RV, out in the open wilderness. It's great. Yeah. Brad, you played as well with us. What did you think of it all? You're one of my friends, Slop. Best buds that we're always playing these games.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
So what I liked about this game, Dustin, is you can really just, how can I say this out? This is going to sound cringe, but you can just vibe out the entire time on this whole like road trip. It is like a road trip getting out of there. Like there was definitely parts where like a couple of people are figuring something out, like repairing the van or like getting scraps, something like that. And I'm just sitting there pushing 1 to pull out a cig. You see the character hold up the lighter, light it, push 2, takes a drag of the cigarette, do a couple of those, and you push 3, then they like flick it. Really immersive. I love the shit, Dustin, like the gestures you can do. Like there was a part where you were driving up this really like steep, narrow hill, and Brandon, our friend Brandon, was out in the front guiding you. And there's like emotes you can do as the characters, and he kept doing like the keep going emote. I love shit like that, just making it way more immersive.
Mm-hmm. A little role play.
Yeah, there's some role play in there. And I was like, that elevator, we were there, no joke, 45 minutes. Just hanging out with the boys and trying to like get our engineering degrees together and to figure this whole thing out. And it was so... What's really funny about it, Dustin, was because it was so stressful for us, because if we broke the RV, which we did one time, you have to go back like 20 minutes or something like that, because there was checkpoints, and like if you fuck up the RV, you got to go back. So we've just fucked up our van in hilarious ways, like just crushing the front of it. So we're like, okay, let's really focus in. Never have I spent so much time just trying to get up an elevator in a game, and I really appreciate that. And also, while this is going on, I'm just looking at the scenery. It's very beautiful woods and mountains and all that kind of stuff. Contemplating where we can go explore and stuff like that. Having the beer, role playing with the beers and stuff like that. Really good. You got to chill with your boys in this game. And it's really fun just being like, when you were driving, I'm in the passenger seat trying to guide you. Okay, slightly right, little right, hard right, too
Yeah.
hard, just stuff like that. That's good fucking co-op slop that I enjoy a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a lot of the little details that bring it together. There's tapes you can find.
Oh, the
And,
music, dude. We would pump it. Yeah.
So like we would pump the music, and a detail I forgot after the elevator part where we spent 45 minutes to an hour trying to get at this elevator. The next part to get to the next the next checkpoint is you need to like launch the RV off of a giant ramp, Dukes of Hazzard style,
Yes.
over a ravine. And dude, we're like, well, light the cigs, boys, get the music blasting. We're sending it.
Can you pick the music?
There's a couple tapes you can find.
Oh, cool. Well, you could just like do it through Discord or whatever, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted, but something about the vibe. Because you got to put the tape in and everything and push play and all that kind of stuff. And I love the hats. Find a bunch of weird hats and wear them. Because everyone looks like a fat Charlie Brown in the game. Kind of like all the character models are the same, but there's like different sunglasses you can get and all that stuff. I love seeing Dustin just chilling on the toilet all the time, saying he's jorking it or something like that.
Yeah, there's a toilet, and you can play rock, paper, scissors with emotes. So I was just doing the rock emote, over and over. Perfect. And I was like, look, I'm jorking it.
Yeah.
Very mature.
Never gets old.
Very good joke from me.
Yeah, it's a sandbox. It's what you make out of it. It's like Minecraft, exactly the same in every way. Yeah, it's a really fun game. If you got buddies to play with, give it a shot, dude. It's good stuff.
I think it's funny, the friend slop genre, obviously is blown up. I think they already sold like millions of copies of RV there yet, and they seem to come and go. And I've heard people talk about how like they're disposable and you buy them and you only play them for a few hours. And I'm like, I don't care. Spent $7 in this game and I've already played it 2.5 hours. We're not done yet, so we'll get even more value out of this game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a really neat, fun idea. It's almost like a new genre of games where it's like, these are low price, really fun, really creative. Like, what other game is a co-op adventure game where you and your guys go and try to escape a forest in an RV?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like it. So I love friend slop games, and I always am on the lookout for like, what's the next great one? Because I always know I'm gonna have a great time playing with my friends.
Yeah, we have a good group for it because everyone has fun when we're doing it. Like we try to beat it, but we make sure we have fun. We don't get like too serious about it, which is good. Got to have the right people to play with.
Did you notice when we were playing? This is a little inside baseball for the show, but Brandon, I think, was having quite a few beers that night.
Yeah,
and he gets like this weird accent when he starts drinking a lot, and he's like, "You need to go down there and get the."
Yeah. Dude, Dustin, I was like, is that like an accent where they're from or something like that? Or I'm like, is he from the South? What's going on here?
I think when he drinks a lot, he starts talking more like his dad. And if you heard his brother talk, which I think you have when we played, he starts to sound.
They sound like their dad.
Out, dude.
That's awesome.
This is great.
Yeah, that's really good shit. But yeah, RV there. Yeah, if you got friends, play it with them. $7, pretty cheap. $7.50, whatever it is right now. Good shit. All right, next game is, I played this for a couple hours, which is Tormented Souls 2. Jimmy, are you familiar with the first one? What?
Which website had it?
Tormented Souls 2?
Yeah. Is it out?
Yes, it's out.
Oh, I didn't know it came out yet.
No, yeah, it's out. It came out this week.
Me and Dustin used 2 websites to get game keys.
Oh, no, it's out.
Both of them. And I was like, dang, I want to play this. Yeah, I'll check it out. I played the demo, though. I know the setup.
You played the demo? Yeah.
Yeah, I beat it.
So this is the sequel to Tormented Souls, which came out a couple years ago. A AA kind of survival horror game. Fixed cameras, very inspired by the old PS1 and PS2 era games like that. So first of all, if you enjoyed games like that, I think you'll enjoy these games. The first one's rough in some areas, particularly the puzzles are pretty insane.
Yeah, it started as a mobile game. The first
really?
one.
I didn't know that.
And then they ported it up. But yeah, the puzzles in that one are like stupid sometimes. Like,
sometimes they're like, what? How would I figure this out kind of thing?
Yeah. It's just like where you click shit and put it together. But second one's a big upgrade.
For a first effort from this from that team or whatever, their survival horror game, and I did not know it was mobile originally. Pretty cool. I'm like, all right, there's potential here. It's rough in some areas. Wouldn't recommend it to a lot of people unless they're into survival horror big time already. But I've been playing a little bit of 2, and in my opinion, it's quite a step up so far. I think so. First of all, visually, it looks way better, in my opinion. The first game took place in this kind of, I think, a mental hospital. It's been a couple of years since I've gone through a mental asylum, something like that. This one takes place in like this crazy like Catholic church, I guess. So it's very gothic art style and all that stuff, very dark. The lighting is way better this time around. So from a vibes perspective, I guess, being in this world, I'm enjoying that a lot more. You are the same character from the first game, who is Caroline Walker. So I feel like you can hop into this game anyways. If you don't want to play the first, just look up a quick synopsis, because there is stuff that ties
it's really
into
short.
it.
The first one's like 4 or 5 hours. So.
Yeah, it's short. But I'm saying if you don't want to play it, you can just hop into this one. But look at a quick synopsis. Recap. Is there? I don't remember if there was.
Yeah, there was in the demo.
Okay, well, check out that recap if you haven't done it then. But this is a very traditional survival horror game. Like I said, fixed cameras. It's like Code Veronica, though, where it'll kind of follow you sometimes. Like Silent Hill games do that and stuff, but not like the old Resident Evils where it was just static the whole time. It's not doing anything brand new right now, I'd say. The only thing I guess unique about it, I don't even know this is unique, Jimmy. You've played probably more horror games than me, but like the darkness kills you. I could have sworn it's been mechanics in other games, it feels like, but I just can't remember any.
You have the immunity that breaks down.
So a lot of the environments, you get a lighter early on in the game, so you have to keep it out with you a lot of times. And of course, there's enemies coming at you, so you got to try to go to somewhere where there's light to fight them, or find a candle you can light. So that's something you got to manage.
I just bought it.
You just bought it? The weapon-wise, your pistol, like this series uses a nail gun instead of a pistol. It seems like there was a nail gun in the first game. The nail gun is back. I have a shotgun in the second game, but it's like a very weird shotgun. It does not look like a normal shotgun. Jimmy, you remember the shotgun from the first game is like this weird makeshift pipe kind of thing?
Yeah.
It looks like exactly like that kind of.
Okay.
So I'm very confused about why the shotgun looks like this again.
Like how it got there.
Yeah. But that's just the way it is. There are puzzles. The puzzles I've definitely been stumped on, but they haven't been as crazy as the first game. They feel a little better this time around. You definitely got to put your thinking caps on for some of this stuff. Like, I'll give you one example of a pretty early puzzle. You get this piece of paper and it has a phone number on, or like a couple numbers on it. And you need to enter it into a phone, but on the back side of the paper, there's also a couple lines and stuff like that. It looks like gibberish. But what you do is like you have to envision like you're holding it up to the light and seeing through the paper. So you would see what the front and back, they would make a single number. So you have to just put together stuff like that. I've had to get out and I've had to take notes, like writing stuff down, like chess pieces, like figuring out an order for certain things like that. So, I mean, I like stuff like that where I have to bust out a notebook every now and then, especially in a survival horror game. But there was one where I was just like, nah, maybe I'd figure that out. I'm not sure. I've kind of fumbled my way through a couple of them, but I'm still very early in the game. I've only played like 3 hours. I'm assuming this game's probably 6 to 8 based off the first game and most survival horror games. But it is a step up from the first game. I am enjoying it quite a bit. I do want to play more of it. The enemies are so weird. They look like, I've only seen like 2 types so far, but they've been like, they look like Gollum. Some guy fucking running around going, meh, and all that shit. Some like spider bitch crawling on the ceiling going cross. There's been some jump scares. I did get jump scared a couple times, so that was really fun. But yeah, really cool environment. I like the environment way more than the first one. Cool ass game. Would recommend it if you like old school survival horror games. I don't know if this will get you into them, but it's good. And I'm happy to see games like this exist. So I can't wait to play more of it. Jimmy, you're into it. You bought the second game. You liked the demo, though. Yeah.
I did a Next Fest video back in like June, I want to say. And I played through the demo and then I booted up and I'm like, it's Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
But it ran okay on the Steam Deck. Like you could set it to medium low get a 30 FPS experience, which like for this, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because, it's not like a fast-paced action game.
Yeah,
it looked good. It is a big graphical improvement, and like there's a part towards the beginning where she gets like a bunch of needles put in her, the main character, and that looked really creepy and cool.
Yeah.
Voice acting is still a little corny, but like
it's super corny. Yeah,
it fits the vibe a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how much is it. Like $25. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it was like it's on sale right now.
Okay,
they have a lunch discount going.
Yeah, super good price in my opinion for what it is. But yeah, like I was saying, it's a rough around the edges in some ways, particularly the budget because it is a AA game. I think they're a team from South America. I want to say.
Yep.
But
they might be Portuguese. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. Looking forward to playing more.
I saw it on here. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's out.
How did I miss this? That's crazy.
It's out. Dustin. Survival horror, I don't know. You're not well, you do like survival horror, but I don't know. You like Silent Hill and you like some Resident Evil games. Anything else outside of that?
Probably not. I mean, what are the other big examples?
There's no other like big examples. Those are like the two biggest in my mind.
Evil Within.
Within. I kind of missed the boat on it, and then when I went back to try to play it, it felt real gross on PS4. Maybe I should play the PC version at some point. But yeah, I mean, I love Resident Evil and I love Silent Hill. I've played all of the good ones of Silent Hill. I guess I haven't played The Room, and The Room is debatable on whether or not people like it. Because
it's not really a Silent Hill game.
Right. Yeah. But yeah.
That's what they say about F, though.
Yeah.
That's what they say. That's what the streets are saying. The people who don't play the games.
Right. So I guess I do like survival horror games, but I guess I'm just not that like I like them enough, but I'm not going out and seeking out more
indie space ones. Yeah.
Yeah. But this game, I actually remember seeing you stream the first one a long time ago.
Yeah, that was years ago.
And it looked kind of cool, but I don't know if it would be my thing.
Yeah. There's titties in the first game, Dustin.
I remember that part well.
Yeah.
I remember very well.
In a mobile game?
A mobile game? But yeah, I'll report back once I finish the game, but I'm digging it right now.
Report back on the titties, too.
That's right. Yeah, I will.
The Unreal Engine 5.
There is jiggle physics, so there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy.
Yes.
You've been playing Dying Light, The Following, and The Beast. Now, is The Following DLC from the first game?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been bouncing around between the first game and The Beast?
Yeah, well, okay. So I started the first game. I've 100%ed it back when it came out on PS4. And then I saw that The Beast was going to be a sequel to the first game. So I was like, I should probably start over the second one because it runs great on Steam Deck. Or the first one, I mean, sorry. And I never played The Following. Never played the DLC. So I got like really far in that playthrough. And then The Beast came out. So I've been playing them like the regular edition, the first game, I play that on my Steam Deck in bed. And then on my TV, I played The Beast. So I've been playing them concurrently, but I finished The Following. And I feel like an idiot for waiting so long to play that because it's like a standalone game, man. Like it gives you a map that's bigger than both the slums and Old Town in the original first game. You get a Doom buggy. I thought it was so novel in Days Gone. When you get the motorcycle, you have to keep with you an upgrade, but that's just pulled directly from this. And it's handled just as well, where like you can level up the Doom buggy by running over zombies. That's the fastest way to farm XP. So you just find these cornfields and then do donuts like around the corn in circles, just mowing down zombies. And then there's like this other mechanic that comes into play where you get a like little radio transmitter and it'll guide you to these military caches that have experimental parts for your Doom buggy. And then you can do races. The first game holds up incredibly well for like a 10-year-old open world zombie game. I don't know how they pulled off such a big jump from Dead Island to Dying Light 1. Like that feels like a much bigger leap than I think I ever gave them credit for. But yeah, so the reason I wanted to go back and play it is because, like I said, The Beast is a direct follow-up where Kyle Crane is back, and I absolutely love it. And I see your question here. So, like, you want to read your question? Because
I can read it.
It's relevant.
This is from Harley K. I loved the original Dying Light because the nighttime actually felt different and scary. Is the Beast back to that? 2 was a solid game, but they went away from the guns and parkour from the big city. Oh, for the big city melee and flying with the parasail. Please tell me it went back to a smaller scale, scary zombie game.
You are going to be extremely satisfied, Harley K, because it is dark, like pitch black. I would say at some points, the Beast is darker at night than Dying Light 1. Like in Dying Light 1, you can get around without the flashlight at night, especially in the following before you clear out the volatile nests. They're all over the place and they can see your flashlight. So I was able to like stumble around in the dark and pretty much see just fine. But if you're playing the Beast and your flashlight is off at night, I mean, it's like when you're in your house and it's dark, like you cannot see. But I got to give them credit on Dying Light 2 because they did go back in and they added in different color palettes. So like the main color palette is all colorful and happy because their whole vibe is like a new world grew from the apocalypse and no one wanted that, right? So they added in one called Haran Sunset, like a new color grade that makes it a lot more like Dying Light 1. And then there's a specific Darker Nights one that darkens the nights. So if you skipped out on 2, they did really improve that game and add guns to it. And they fixed up the story a little bit to make it like make sense. But yeah, the Beast right out of the gate is like, it feels like a true sequel, the real Dying Light 2, because you know, you wake up as Kyle Crane. It connects directly to the following, the like good ending from the following. So it's like, there's a 13-year wait. He wakes up in a lab. Your only mission is to kill the doctor who is experimenting on you. And that's like his only goal. I love it. I'm so sick of these like narratives that keep happening where it's like, I'm so conflicted. I killed 500 people to get to the guy that I want to kill, but now I don't know if I can go through. It's like, no, this game is like, you're going to just kill this motherfucker no matter what it takes to find him. And it's very cathartic for me. The combat is extremely heavy, very cool. This is the goriest game in the series by like a country mile. The takedowns are absolutely brutal. And like the whole new mechanic, why it's called the Beast is like an antagonist for a little bit of the game, but Kyle Crane also has beast powers and it works exactly like God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, where at first it charges up and when it's full, you go beast mode and then you're just smacking the shit out of zombies and they all have unique animations based on what type of zombie they are. So like there's these screamer ones. The screamers you punch through their chest to like destroy their lungs. There's the like big guys who have the rebar sledgehammers. You like catch it midair and flip it back at them and like blow their head up. And it's like he can go into beast mode for the finisher, so it's kind of cool. But then as you level up, you gain the ability to trigger it whenever you want. And then it's like a little bit more fun because you can use it strategically. The open world activities are all tied into combat and parkour as well. So like it feels very rewarding to kind of just explore the world, set up the windmills for safe zones. And yeah, because the nights are legitimately scary. And they did bring back cars, but it's not like the Doom Buggy and the following where you have one car that kind of warps to you wherever you're at. Right. There's just cars littered all over the map, but you can change their skins, just not their parts. And it's still fun, you know, just hopping in a pickup truck and mowing down zombies and stuff. There's no skill tree for driving though.
Absolutely. Dustin, you and me played this at Summer Game Fest for a little bit before it was out. Would you consider returning to this game?
I have returned to it a little bit. Okay. I have it on Steam now, and I played the opening of the game, and while it wasn't bad, it was really slow and annoying. Like,
yeah, it takes a minute.
Yeah, you're escaping from the lab, and it does a good job setting up the story, but I was like, man, I want to play. I want to get in and kill some zombies. I want to go around, hop on some buildings and stuff. And I got like right to the point where I think it finally opens up. And so I'm excited to play more of it. I really want to try out the co-op mode at some point. Yeah,
Jimmy. We got to do that. I was going to jump into your game because I'm probably farther than you. But I got to point out, all 3 of these games have that exact same problem where like the intro is like Nintendo level baby mode. It's like, here's how you crawl on the ground. Okay. Here's how you move. Use the left stick. And like, I just started 2 on my Steam Deck because I finished 1. And I was like, I've got an hour and a half before bed. I can probably get some windmills set up because those are like safe zones with UV light. I mean, the amount I did the skip prologue and it still took an hour and a half to get into the open world. Like, that's crazy. It's all stuff that could be covered in a cutscene. You know, it doesn't have to be a playable sequence, but you know, the impact of getting Kyle Crane back, if you're a fan of the series, like, I think it's very fan servicey, the intro to the beast. It's got a good tone. And the soundtrack also is much more like the original game, because the soundtrack is great in 2. It's just a lot more like hopeful vibes and like happiness vibes, whereas the first game was like World War Z, the movie, you know, like creepy action noir spy thriller movie. This is like splitting the difference. This one is the most horror, like survival horror inspired of the 3, I would say. And all the outfits are badass, dude. Like he's like Kyle Crane's shredded in this, even though he's like atrophied as fuck. When you start the game, you like get out of this lab and then he's just like, oh wait, I'm jacked as hell. So like I've got this explorer outfit that's like military fatigues. He's got like the collar popped. He's got like 3 buttons undone. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I got aviators that give me a better ability to gain XP, and they had transmog from the start. So like if you like an outfit, but then there's like, you know, there's a whole gear score thing. If you get better gear, you can just pick the clothes you like. So I mean, obviously it's first person, so that would only matter for co-op. But when you go into the menu, you see your guy. So it's cool to see like, oh yeah, I look badass.
Yeah. It's like Cyberpunk, you know, it's first person, but
yeah,
still won't look cool.
I also got to shout them out for performance. I'm playing this on my Bazite PC, so like SteamOS. I have a really good CPU, but I didn't when I was playing the majority of this game. And I have a 9070 XT, which is like a mid-grade graphics card. Lock 60, no upscaling, all high settings, 4K. I have the Steam Deck performance monitor on my TV. I've never seen a blip above 60 or below it. So and that's a first, because Dying Light 1 was really hard to run when it came out, and Dying Light 2 had a really weird issue where it tied its de novo anti-cheat checking to combat against humans. So anytime you'd hit a human within like 5 minutes, you'd get a 1 second stutter while it checked your anti-piracy shit going on. So none of those issues in this one. They finally figured it out.
Strange.
But yeah, I was really excited for this game, and like that's always a risk, right? Like letting yourself get really excited. But once I got out of that intro that's extremely long, I was like, oh man, this was worth the wait. It feels like a full game. They started it as the second DLC for 2, and then they were like, we want to turn it into Dying Light 3. I don't know how long it is or what the end game is like, but so far it feels like the decision was justified, and the following after playing that could have easily been a standalone game. So like I feel like I can take them at their word.
Yeah. Very good. All right, boys, let's move on to Sort It Out. On this segment, we just talk about some of the industry we're not pleased with. Could be a game, company, whatever, human, however personal you want to get. Dustin, your gun's out. Are you ready for Sort It Out?
I've been ready for Sort It Out.
Oh, shit. Okay. What do you got?
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
My Sort It Out. So I want to make sure I say this the right way, because I don't necessarily hate it, but it's getting a little annoying. So GameStop did that cheeky tweet where they were like, the console war is over now that Halo. And then the White House made a meme with Trump as Master Chief. Right. And that's like, okay, that's funny. Whether or not you think it's appropriate, whatever. But now GameStop is like really leaning into it and posting a bunch of Trump memes. And I'm like,
too much.
You're leaning into it too hard at this point. Like, it's no longer funny. You should have just left it at the White House retweeting with that meme pic. But now it's getting annoying. So Sort It Out GameStop for a multitude of reasons that I've touched on this show, whether it's selling a used game new, just having a ridiculous amount of annoying Funko Pops, or not having the game that you pre-ordered when you go to pick it up. So an evergreen Sort It Out GameStop.
Yeah. Didn't they steal your tweet, Dustin, or copy your tweet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when the PS5 Pro, I think it was PS5 Pro pre-orders, and I did it's time to play the game tweet.
Yeah, that guy.
And then they did the same thing later, and I was like, I think they might have did something else that was really similar too.
Oh.
And I was like, you motherfucker, what are you doing?
Dustin's.
Them and Opera GX are like the corniest. They're
really?
Yeah. They're like hello fellow gamers level. Like sometimes they hit and you're like, that's funny, but like most of the time it's like, shut up. You're a fucking
Yeah.
store. Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up. Jimmy, what about you? Anything you think needs sorting this week?
I've been saving one for months. EA, which is funny because like the EA situation that's going on right now. Need for Speed on the shelf. That last one, it had no marketing. They just threw it out on the store because ASAP Rocky was like a major character in the game, and then he like shot someone or something and was like in this huge legal battle. So they were like, yeah, Need for Speed Unbound is out. And then, it was good. It was a really good game. I've put like 40 or 50 hours into it. They added a Battle Royale mode. I was like, this is one of the better Need for Speed games. It sold well despite EA not telling anyone about it. Surely they're going to do another Need for Speed in 2 years because they were on like, a pretty solid cadence. And then they're like, it's on the shelf. And then now they're selling themselves. So there's not enough racing games. And you had the only one that's like street racing, arcade style, not a festival racer. I mean, they have an obligation to keep Need for Speed going. Yeah. I feel it deep in my heart because I'm sick of like, oh, we just showed up in Maui, dog. Here's $5 million to buy every car in the game. Go racing with your bros. It's like, come on. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I get it. Dude, I don't know. For me, I'm like, what's been happening in gaming that I'm just like, it's pretty lame.
ROG Ally.
I mean, Xbox has been like a long. I haven't used that ROG Ally. I would never buy that, so I personally don't know anything about it. I've heard mixed things about it.
Oh, what about Pokemon? Does that bug you as much as everyone else?
Did I give that to Pokemon? I might have done that last week, but I can't recall. So I'll just do it again. Fine. Come on, dudes. What are you fucking doing, man? You have the biggest IP on the planet. Put some fucking effort into your game. Stop shitting them out once a year. Stop putting out multiple ones a year. Let it fucking cook, for God's sakes, please.
Yeah.
Let there be an amazing Pokemon game again. It's been too long. Give those Pokemon games or fans some good games. It's like Stockholm Syndrome with Pokemon, I feel like a lot of times now.
Yeah.
People fucking love it so much, and I get it. There's charm. I like some of the Pokemon games. They're fun. But I'm not saying they're great games. Decent? Sure. Good? Sure. Great? I don't know. I didn't play Legends Arceus before someone says that to me, so I can't speak there. But from what I played of
that
ZA,
one's AstroTurfed. I don't know, man. Like, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, which was revealed on this show.
Yeah.
But like, Scarlet and Violet, I waited to play it until the Switch 2. And then I like booted up. It runs great now, 60 FPS. And I'm like, this sucks. This is a really bad game. And then I played Legends Arceus, and it just looks so bad when you get into the wild zone and like the draw distance is 2 inches from you and Pokemon just appear right in front of you when you're running around.
Yeah.
And I thought this one might be cool. And then, I listened to your punching up. Mm-hmm. I watched some videos and I was like, I got other stuff to play right now.
Yeah. This ain't going to be the game to bring you into it. That's for sure.
And like, it's a game that I would wait for a sale on, but Nintendo games don't go on sale. So
yeah,
rarely. They do occasionally, but not super frequently.
Legends Arceus, I never finished it, but when I was playing it, I was like, I think it has to do with the fact that the bar is so low. Yeah. I was like, this is kind of cool.
It was interesting. It was like a cool mix up.
Yeah, it was a neat idea. It did look like ass though, dude. It looked so grody, but it was a neat idea and it made me excited for the future of Pokemon. And then Scarlet and Violet came out. I was like, well, that dream's dead. It's over. And Pokemon ZA, I had the same feeling. I was like, oh, this is a Pokemon Legends game, so maybe it will be. And it looks like the combat's pretty cool, but
yeah, I like the cooldowns. I thought that was interesting.
But there's just too many games that are like actually good right now that I want to play. That it's like, why would I spend $70 on that?
Yeah, according I haven't played this yet, but people that play Digimon, the recent one, said it's like really good. So they're getting lapped by Digimon apparently.
The Deck Ready audience is trying to bully me into playing that game.
Oh, really?
And every video, they're like, "Motherfucker, play Digimon Story, whatever."
Yeah, whatever the hell it's called.
I just saw it as a demo, so I'm going to try that out.
Yeah. It's just frustrating because Pokemon is such a cool IP and there's so much potential there. And we all want it to be great. And it's just like, come on, guys. Step it up. But we'll see. Gen 10 is next year because we got all those leaks. So we'll see. I doubt it. I doubt it'll be any more dramatic, but can only hope. Can only hope it's good. This is from Marco. Hey there, spooky, scary skeletons. I have a sorted out for Amazon, specifically their pre-orders. They used to be reliable, but lately any pre-orders on there have estimated delivery days after release. Forgive the dated example, but I pre-ordered Mario Galaxy for Switch. It was released on Thursday, so Thursday morning, I checked the order status and it said estimated delivery on Saturday. When I checked the product page, it says order now for delivery Friday. So I canceled my pre-order, bought it normally, and got it delivered on Friday. What is the point of pre-ordering if ordering it on release day will get it to me sooner, sort out Amazon? Yeah, that is unacceptable.
That's insane.
Doesn't
I
Mike
used to
have
buy games on Amazon,
crazy
but that
problems
started
with it?
happening to me 2 years ago. So I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Went to Best Buy, in-store pickup. Never let me down.
Remember when they used to give you 10% off?
I
if you
do, Jimmy.
pre-ordered?
Yes, I do
Dude,
remember
Gamers
that.
Club Unlocked?
Yeah, that was so sick. I used that
Oh,
in
yeah.
college with my dad's credit card, and then he found out one time, and he was so pissed.
That's so funny.
I don't think my dad's ever been more mad at me. I bought like Resident Evil 6 and DMC Devil May Cry, so 2 games.
2 games, yeah.
Yeah, never did that again.
That's so funny. The most of your dad's been mad at you is for that.
Yeah, pretty much, honestly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, this is from T-Dot's Finest 82. I hate to do this because I generally try to be positive about this great industry we follow, crummy corporate overlords aside, but it's impossible to ignore my regret in purchasing a PS5 Pro. For every Yote, there are multiple games with issues, putting the obvious point aside, which has been discussed many times already. Sony needs to disable PSSR until it's ready. Outer Worlds 2 is the latest example of its poor implementation, with no options to disable it. I've moved most of my gaming to PC at this point, not because I wanted to. I love the PlayStation ecosystem and being a part of it, but mainly because I feel the money I paid for it was worth way more for it, or more worth it, despite it costing 3 times more than the Pro. Dustin, I know you've done a video on this.
Yeah, I watched a
About
great
the
video
Pro?
about this.
Yeah.
Can you explain some of the faults going on here with the Pro to the audience?
Yeah, well, the problem just that keeps occurring is that there are third-party games that are either not releasing with no PS5 Pro support at all. Borderlands 3 or Borderlands 4, sorry, is the.
Oh, really? I thought it was mandatory. Or I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it runs better on Pro just because of the raw hardware.
Okay, but
boost.
no Pro like mode or something. Okay.
No Pro mode. And then there's just a list of games that have issues with the Pro features. And it's a really interesting dilemma. And seeing people's feedback and discussing with people about my video is just that there are some Pro owners that don't notice these things. But I think overall, what's the interesting part is that non-Pro owners see these issues and they're like, what's the big deal? But I'm like, the market that Pro owners is targeting are the people that are going to notice
Yes.
the foliage has that PSSR pulsing look to it, which is what I saw that the Outer Worlds 2 has. So
That game looks like a mess on PS5 in general.
yeah. So it's very annoying, and it sucks when you spend 700, is it 750 now or something
Now,
for
yeah.
Yeah.
750 now for a better experience, and you're not getting one necessarily, or you're getting one but it is compromised in some way, and that's like defeats the whole point of the marketing pitch of the PS5 Pro, is that you wouldn't have to make compromises. You could just use the Pro mode and you get the best of both worlds. And I know it's not Sony's job to develop help with third-party games, but it just feels like there needs to be some level of quality control
Right.
with
And
this.
they used to do that, like with the Callisto Protocol. Remember? I mean, it's not a good game, but they sent Sony engineers over to that developer to help them get the DualSense features figured out,
Mhm.
and it ran a little bit better on PS5. So it's like clearly there's a want there. It seems like that would be a net win overall, just to have someone from the Cerny house go to like these developers and it's like show them how to use PSSR, because when it's implemented right, it's really good. Like in Gran Turismo 7, it's awesome.
Is this like another cell processor situation?
I don't know.
I think, Jimmy, maybe you know about this, but I think that is an element too that PSSR just doesn't work very well with Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's the core dev problem where they don't optimize for Unreal Engine 5 correctly. So like you could have DLSS 4 on the PS5 Pro, but you'd probably still see a lot of the same issues because it'd be using performance mode, which means a really low base input resolution. And then it's got to use AI to really clean up the image. That's what causes the ghosting and the flickering and everything. So like, I'm sure that doesn't help at all.
Yeah, it's annoying. Tito here makes a great point that there are really great PS5 Pro games. Ghost of Yotei, particularly the ray tracing pro mode, is excellent. And Death Stranding 2 was another one that the PS5 Pro mode was awesome. The first and second party stuff has all been very, very good, but there's still some ways to go with third party.
Gran Turismo 7 is like pristine. Oh, yeah. You get the ray tracing on track, 60 FPS. Just it looks that much better.
Yeah. All right. This is from Buster McMahon. Hello, summoning gang. Longtime listener, first time writer here. Today I want to issue a sorted out to the Nintendo community. I just finished watching the Kirby Air Ride Direct and was blown away by how many game modes and customization options it offers. But every time I looked at the chat, it was full of people complaining that the game costs $80. First off, it's not 80, or it's not even 80, it's 70. So I don't even know what they're on about. This kind of fake outrage and misinformation has been popping up a lot lately, especially since the Switch 2 was announced. Another example, people getting mad that Pokemon DLC was revealed before the full game was released, which happens all the time. For me, this is just getting tiring hearing constant whining from a community that's already getting more first-party games than anyone else. Honestly, count yourselves lucky. Anyway, that's all from me. Enjoy the rest of the show. I think there are people in the Nintendo ecosystem that complain about stuff like this, but I think a lot of it is people that are not even in the ecosystem and just drive by kind of shitting on it.
Drive by shitting on it is so good.
Yeah, drive by shitting on it. But yeah, this happens all the time with games, especially when it's like anything related to first party games. You are right. There has been a lot of misinformation around the Switch 2 when it was coming out, and recently, like the $90, someone thought like $90 games was going around for a little bit. People are writing stories about that kind of shit, which is just incorrect. So people are quick to jump the gun on a lot of stuff and don't really vet any of their information properly. But yeah, this is a thing that's going on. And if you're on YouTube comments, dude, you just got to expect that kind of stuff. That's just going to be there, man. That's just the way it is. You just got to enjoy the games. But yeah, quit being little bitches, I guess is what I'll say to people out there. And enjoy your games and have fun. But you can complain if you want. All right, boys, keep it up. The exact opposite stuff we're pleased with in gaming. The fuck? Jimmy, what are you enjoying in gaming right now?
Ooh.
Who do you want to keep it up to?
Genki Racing Project. They just released Tokyo Extreme Racer.
It's at early access now.
It had one of the quickest early access to launch windows I've ever seen. And it had a lot of content in early access. And then they were like, hey, here's what we got so far. We're going to release the rest of the game when it's done, but we want to implement direct feedback from you guys. They actually did that, which I think is cool. It is Unreal Engine 5 and is incredibly well optimized to the point where you can run it on Steam Deck at like 40 FPS medium settings without any upscaling. And it's just a really high quality throwback street racer. It's a really good game. Like the whole loop is you drive around the Shudo Expressway and it opens up bigger and bigger as the game goes on. And then you like look for guys to race and you flash your brights at them and you have health bars. And the longer you stay ahead of each other, it drains their spirit points, which is their health bars. And then there's all these like, it's very Persona-like, honestly. Like there's these kooky characters that you meet and then they'll tell you like, hey, I heard this guy will only race you if you have this car with this part on it. So it's like got a cool little metagame. It's just like in an environment where it's like all festival racers or, racing sims that are coming out left and right. It was nice to see an arcade racer come out in Unreal Engine 5 that runs great, looks great. It's coming to PS5 next year. They announced that on the release date. So put that on your wish list. But yeah, I didn't see them get a lot of hype, but they did a really good job. And the PSP ones are really good. If you've never played them, the PS2 ones are kind of hit or miss. And there's a 360 one, I want to say, but the PSP ones were really good.
The first one I ever played, Jimmy, was on Dreamcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's the one I played a lot of. I didn't even know there was that many Toyo Streamer or
there's a
Toyo
bunch
Streamer
of them.
racing games.
They did that thing where when they ported them to the US, they'd come up with random ass names. So they're not all
okay.
Sure, but you can look at the Wikipedia and figure out which is like part of the series, but they're cool. It's a really cool game.
Cool. I really liked the first one when I played it. It was sick.
Yeah.
Cool ass game. Yeah. That's something I would like to check out again, Jimmy, just because it's nostalgic for me.
The yen system is so funny because you're like, oh, I have so much money. And then you're like, I have no money. What the hell?
Yes. All right. Dustin, what about you?
My keep it up is kind of in line with our first write-in here from Marcus.
Okay.
If you want to read him first, then I'll jump off.
Yeah. Keep it up to the GOAT, Jimmy. Dope. See you on last week's Duke episode. Deck Ready is always keeping me up to date with any Steam Deck news. Fire emoji. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
So
I appreciate that.
My keep it up is for, I feel like we have a little community of blossoming YouTube creators here within the Last Stand group. We got Brad making videos. We got Lockmort making videos. We even got Ben making videos. And it's been really fun and it's really cool because we've got, it sounds a little gay, but we're all encouraging each other, saying like, nice job.
Yeah.
You should, this part was really good. And it feels good that we're all we're all doing our own videos and our own content, but in a way, we're a nice little encouraging support group of creators. And keep it up, Jimmy, who has been helping me out immensely with my channel, and Brad too.
He's helped out all of us.
He's our YouTube mastermind, and so much of our success, I know for me, I don't want to speak for Brad, is owed to you.
Thank
Not
you.
that I have like crazy, my video bombed absolutely today, and then Jimmy told me it would, and he was right about Chainsaw Man, but I did it anyway.
Yeah. So, I saw that and I was like, cool.
The comments are really good. The comments are really nice.
I saw this, Dustin, and I was like, this won't do well, but I know Dustin was hyped to make this video, so that's fucking sick.
Well, he's going to be mad at me, but I'll tell you, I got a voice message from Mr. Jake Baldino saying that the thumbnail got him, the title got him, and he really enjoyed the video, and he does not give a shit about Chainsaw Man. He was like, that was really good.
Whoa,
damn, look at that.
Jake watching my video. That's crazy.
Mr. That's a Before You Buy complimented the video.
Yeah,
That's nice. Yeah, that video, I just felt, I don't know, I felt inspired. Like, I was like, I was so excited about the movie. I know I can rip this shit out pretty fast. And you know what's, it's like the video got low views, but YouTube like knows who to feed my videos out for video games, not anime. So I was like, whatever.
And you can look back in 6 months and it'll be like, a lot people watch this video for a long time, even though it didn't get a lot of views. And then you might check back and it'll suddenly have like 10,000. That's happened to me a million times. But you gotta stick with the one for them, or like 15 for them, one for me mentality. Like, I did my Bazite video and I worked really hard on it, and it did much better than I thought it was going to do. But I was like kind of crossing my fingers that it would blow up. But I remember doing that video because I had so much fun doing it. You got to give yourself a couple once in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. But keep it up, Jimmy. Keep it up, Brad, Block, Ben. I even saw Jimmy, you've been, I don't know, well, I'm sure it's fine you mention it, but you've been helping out Iron Lords with their thumbnails.
Yeah, I was watching their, I don't want to embarrass them, but like I was watching their Ninja Gaiden review, and I have access to their channel, and I just like saw how I was doing, and I was like, I think I thought of a thumbnail when I was at the gym, so I just made it and sent it to Cog, and I was like, use it if you want, use it if you, or don't use it if you don't want to, and he used it, and it helped the video, because I thought their Ninja Gaiden 4 review was great. I liked their little round table discussion. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Good shit. To me, I want to give a keep it up to the Tormented Souls 2 developer. Why can't I think of what they're called right now? Keep it up. I'm going to look them up. I wrote keep it up in Google. Tormented Souls 2 dev right here. I just saw it a second ago, but I accidentally closed it. Who is it?
You wrote keep it up in Google?
Yes, I did.
No.
Oh, no. Well,
Why isn't this loading? Okay, it is from Dual Effect. That's it. Dual Effect is the developer of this game. I enjoy this game. Big step up, and especially from a lot of their games that I've seen.
Does it
Good
say
job,
where
guys.
they're from so we can answer that?
I don't know. I'm trying to look at them on Steam. I'd have to look at like a
whatever.
wiki or something.
They're from
Probably.
Earth.
They're from Earth. I want to say they're from South America, though.
I think you're right.
Dual.
Brazil.
We got time. It's my fucking show. We can look this up. Where are they from? Let's find out. Well, that's a game wiki. Studios location. Chile. Or Chile.
I never would have guessed that, so
Yeah.
that's good.
So there we go. So good job, guys. Keep it up. All right. This is from Kasdan Risk. Hey, Slippy, Sloppy, Slimy, Slushy.
Ugh.
Or no, I'm sorry, Sloshy, then Slushy.
Ugh.
Summon Sussies. Jeez. All the Summon Ussies have started. That's been going on the show for nearly 100 episodes, I believe, has happened because of Dustin. I believe he was the first one to say Summon Ussies that I recall.
Summon Nussies.
Summon Ussies, that's it.
Yeah.
So this is all Dustin's fault. I want to give a keep it up to Sony. My PlayStation 5 started crashing, and after a thorough troubleshooting session with ChatGPT, it seemed to be the GPU was fried. It was a launch digital edition, and the repair from Sony's site said it was out of warranty. I called the support number, and the kind lady on the phone asked for the model number. Upon getting my info, she said that they would actually cover the repair and shipping costs, normally $200. On October 1st, the support ticket was made, and by October 15th, my PlayStation 5 had been to Texas and back. They sent back a newer version of the digital edition. The whole process was smooth, easy, and frustration-free. A rare win with customer support and repairs. Keep it up. You love that. That's good shit.
Reading between the lines here, I wonder if there is a known problem with that model number. And they're like, we're just going to take care of this quietly.
You just put
Yes.
them on blast.
Yes.
They're listening right now. Like,
out of warranty, and they were just doing it out of the goodness of their heart. I
yeah.
don't know about that.
Valve
What?
is like that. Like this one guy. This is like a legendary Steam Deck story. But this one guy was trying to upgrade his SSD, and he forgot to unplug the battery. And he's like, "Yeah, I touched a screwdriver to it, and then it sparked and started smoking. I don't know what happened." And then everyone's like, "You forgot to unplug the battery." And Valve responded in the Reddit thread. They're like, "Hit us up." They switched it out for him.
Wow. That's nice. All right. Time for a game recommendation from the audience, for the audience, not for us, unless we want it. We got enough shit to play. This is from Mutter12. Listen, guys, it's October. If you like horror games and haven't played Alien Isolation, you just need to stop what you're doing and play that shit. In the middle of surgery? No, you're not. Go play Alien Isolation. Getting a divorce? That shit can wait. Go play Alien Isolation, or go play Isolation. At a funeral? They're not coming back. Go play Isolation. The only horror game I've ever played where I never felt safe. It perfectly captures the feeling of being hunted by the alien and perfectly encapsulates the vibe of the 1979 classic. Fucking play it. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
Damn, Jimmy has been nodding for like a minute straight.
I think I brought this game on the show last year.
Yeah. This has been like a horror game backlog for me for
So
a long
good. You got to
time.
play it.
I know.
It runs
I would
best
like
on
it.
Switch. It looks best on Switch.
Really? More than
They
PC?
did like extra work for the Switch version when
Huh.
they released it. I bet it looks great on Switch too. And they're
Yeah.
making a sequel.
Yeah, that's true. They are making a sequel, which is cool. I hope it's good. You don't want the bad sequel.
Same developers.
That's a good sign.
And then if you play this game, you got to watch Alien Romulus right after because there's like a billion direct call. Like the Alien Romulus references this game more than other Alien movies, which is kind of
Really?
interesting. Yeah.
I haven't seen Alien Romulus. Is that the newest movie?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen that one. Because they did that, and didn't they do a show as well?
Yeah, I did not like the show. Dustin,
Okay.
I think you would love the show.
I didn't like the show, but I think
Well,
Dustin will like it.
back.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on.
But I'll let it slide.
No, it's because it's super weird. It's too weird for me.
Man, that's funny.
I think you would like it because, like, I feel like you would like Prometheus and Covenant more than you would like Alien Romulus, but I like Romulus more than those.
I liked Prometheus. I did not. Is Covenant the follow up?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's pretty
Yeah, that
goofy.
one was not very good.
But you like Prometheus, right?
I like Prometheus.
Did you see Romulus?
No, I need
Okay.
to.
I think you would like Prometheus more because Romulus is like just action, 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 scary, scary, scary. But
Mhm.
Prometheus is like, what is God? And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's Dustin right there.
Pontificating. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Final game here. Dustin, Ninja Gaiden 4. You've been playing this. I have finished the game. I actually have a review of this as well on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. But Dustin, you're playing through the game as well. I don't know your impressions at all about this game. So talk to me.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden 4, which the disclosure real quick. I think this was part of the thing they sent me, but I'm doing it out of safety. It was sent to me by Mr. Xbox himself, Phil Spencer. No, not by Phil Spencer, but by Xbox. So I've been playing this on PlayStation 5, and I was really mostly interested in this game, Brad, because of it being platinum. I don't have anything against the earlier Ninja Gaiden games. I'm just not really that familiar with them. I never played them. I played a little bit. Was it 3 that they just remastered?
2.
They did they did Black remastered, or Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Sorry, that's what they did recently.
Okay. I played some of that. I liked it. I didn't love it. I fell off of it. But like I said, I was mostly interested in Ninja Gaiden 4 because of it being a platinum game. And Platinum, I think, has made some of the greatest games of all time. Nier Automata, Bayonetta series, you know. So I was really interested. And the Platinum, it seems like, has kind of had a rough patch recently.
Yes.
Between their failed live service game and a lot of their main leadership leaving. So it's like, this is kind of a interesting, like, temperature test for Platinum games. And it rules. It absolutely rules. The combat in this game is like that sublime Platinum combat that you just come to expect from one of their games. And I'm having a great time with that aspect in particular. The game does feel a little budget where like there are cutscenes in it, but most of the story is going to happen on your radio. And if you're playing, I'm playing it in Japanese because I started in the English voices and I was like, ooh, the English voices were not so hot. But the problem is when you play in Japanese, most of the talking is happening when you're trying to play. So it's very hard to read at the same time. And the Japanese voices are just way better. But I think the thing that is the most not annoying, but I guess a letdown of this game is that the environments it's not that the environments are bad, and I've already been to multiple, so they're like they're diverse, but it's really quarter based. Like you're really getting from point A to point B to point C to point D, end of level, whatever. And there is like very little creativity, I guess, in how to get from point A to point B, where it's a very set path. And even when there's points where you can use like a wall run or a grappling hook to get to different points, it's all mapped out. Like you're not doing any kind of cool platforming. And it feels like this game would have cool, not that like, 3D platforming, but it has really good movement and really good jumping, and the zip line and the wall running is great. It's just all very laid out for you. But I really like it. I think I would have to assume I'm halfway through the game at this point.
Okay.
And the other thing too that I've noticed is that I think the difficulty is kind of up and down, not in an egregious sense where I've never hit like a complete wall, but the most stuck I ever got was actually on the first boss of the game, and it wasn't even that I was stuck. It probably took me somewhere between 7 and 9 tries. And then every boss after that, I have beat on the first try, except for one. And I was getting really tired, and I died a few times, went to bed, next day, beat it to first try. I was like, oh, okay. There's also some rooms where there's like a situation where you're just like constantly there are enemies coming at you. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. Like it feels like I've fought 50 enemies in a row. Just let's let it go. But overall, if you're into platinum combat, like for that reason alone, this game is worth checking out. It's so fun. The kills in it are so cool and crazy. There's blood splattering all over the place, blood splattering on the screen. And the animations are really good. There's a lot of creativity in terms of the combat itself with the different cool moves you can do, the different weapons you pick up. So I am liking this game. I thought I would like it, but I'm liking it way more than I expected, despite those initial flaws I mentioned.
What weapon do you like using?
So I have 3 unlocked right now. So there's the first weapon's the dual katanas, right? The second weapon, I can't remember what it's called, Brad.
I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a fencing rapier sword almost.
Right. I feel like it plays like really similar to the swords. And it's cool because like the power move with it is like this drill thing. So you're like drilling enemies and like it's pretty sick. And then the other weapon I got is the spear. And so the spear is really good. And it actually feels like it plays really different because it's good at crowd control where you're like have a wide area of effect taking guys out. It turns into a hammer, which is pretty cool because you can like launch enemies up and then hammer them down. And it does like an AoE effect on enemies. So I think as basic it is, I like the katanas the best because I feel like it has the most creative, the amount of stuff that you can do with it in terms of your special moves.
Yeah, the level design I think is one of the weakest points of the whole game, Dustin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like as someone who's played like 1 and 2 particularly a lot, and I really love those games, they had much more emphasis on exploration, like finding a key and unlocking a door, kind of exploring this environment. Like I can picture the environments in the first 2 games way more than I can in 4. 4, like I remember the trappings of them, but it's the layout. It kind of all just blends together in my opinion. Like I would zone out sometimes when I was just running through an environment because you're saying it is just so little like room for expression in the sense it's just like, okay, R1. Here you go. Here's the train slide again, kind of thing like that.
Yeah. And even too, when it's at its best, it like overdoes it.
Yeah, it does. It does.
There's a level where you're in like these underground music clubs and there's like a cool zombie, well, they're not quite zombies, but like, you know, monster fight. And you're like, man, this is cool. The music's blasting. There's like cool lights and stuff. And then it just does it multiple times. And you're like, oh, it's kind of not as cool now that we're on the 3rd time we're fighting in a weird underground music club.
Yeah. But like you said, the combat is fucking sick in this game.
Right.
The Bloodbind ninjutsus where your weapon transforms is so fun. I love that mechanic. It's so satisfying, especially when you like do your devil trigger and you can like one-shot guys with it.
Oh, yeah.
That shit feels good. But yeah, feeling wise, feels awesome. So good. Level design, lacking, in my opinion.
Absolutely lacking. But yeah.
Not bad. Still really enjoyed the game. Hoping to see what they do next if we get another one. I'm hoping we get another one because I think they can improve upon it a lot. So hopefully we do. The Diddler wrote in, said, "Happy Halloween, fellow Diddlers." Hey, that's not us.
Oh.
Is it me, or is Ninja Gaiden, or is it just me, or is Ninja Gaiden 4 boring? I like the combat, but the game puts you in a space and throws waves of enemies at you. You spend hours just fighting the same 3 enemies. Purgatory, yes, it feels like it because you fight the same enemies you've been fighting. At least in Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, those combat arenas were using classic enemies and classic levels. Around chapter 17, I got so bored that I just stopped and booted up Ninja Gaiden 2. People thought DMC4 did dirty. Platinum Games did, or said, hold my beer. While playing Ninja Gaiden 2, there's more variation, enemy design, level design, and architecture in the first 3 levels of Ninja Gaiden 2 than in the first 17 chapters of Ninja Gaiden 4. To me, Ninja Gaiden 4 is the DMC of Ninja Gaiden games. DMC was a good game, but it wasn't a Devil May Cry game. From the upgrade system to the UI, it doesn't feel like Ninja Gaiden. The game looks like Metal Gear Rising. Well, it's made by Platinum, who's the same guys.
Right.
It's really funny to me that you're bringing up Razor's Edge because that's 3, and 3 was like unanimously hated when that game came out. Razor's Edge is like the black version of that game. And I haven't played that version, but I played base Ninja Gaiden 3 and I was not into it at all. That for me was like, all right, it's over, kind of thing like that. So to me, while I think this game has problems, I do think it's a step up in some regards, and the DMC in Ninja Gaiden games, come on, man. Come on, dude. Being a little dramatic there, in my opinion. Being a little dramatic there. It's not that bad, all right?
Right.
Just relax.
I think the diddler here makes some good points. And I think he is somewhat valid that it's like, you have to be into the combat. And I think that
it's a Ninja Gaiden game.
When I've been playing it, I do get to a point where after an hour or two, I'm like, I've had enough for right now. Like it's a demanding focus game. Like you have to focus a lot when you're playing it. So yeah, it can be exhausting from that front. Yeah. So it eventually just gets to a point where it's like, I'm just going to come back and play some more later. And then when I come back and play later,
close to the end of the game.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you just finish it?
I don't know.
Yeah, at that point, just finish it.
Hold on, I gotta bring up this Devil May Cry, this DMC thing again. We don't have Ryu going "fuck you" to people like that, all right? Ryu is not a completely different character. Ryu acts exactly how Ryu does usually in those other games, and Yakumo is not. Yakumo is edgy, but at least he's not fucking annoying. All right.
He seems to have gone over really well. Like I haven't really heard many people complaining about him.
I heard people complaining because this is not a spoiler, even though it hasn't happened for you yet, Dustin, but it's in the reveal trailer. So I'm going to say this. The Ryu is playable in the game. You do play as him in the game. But he is not the main character of the game. He takes a backseat. Kind of like how Dante took a backseat to Nero in 4. But, and I understand that, like, people, like, I had my moments of that with, like, Raiden taking Snake's place in 2, where I was like, fuck this shit. But I guess I've just been through this a couple of times, so it doesn't really bother me that much. Yeah. I don't want Ryu to go away ever. I love Ryu, and I hope he stays around, but I'm okay with it. It's not a huge deal to me this time around. Particularly because I love his bloodbind jutsus, and Ryu doesn't have that exactly like that. But yeah. Divisive, but people seem to be enjoying it overall.
I was also given a code by Phil Spencer, so I'm planning on playing this after Halloween.
Yes, sir.
But I did a quick little boot up to test the settings for Steam Deck, and I would call it verified.
Steam Deck verified.
Runs great.
But yeah,
I thought it was Unreal 5, and it's not. It's their custom
but
engine.
Dustin, I guess just with this, it's like happy knowing that Platinum's not completely dead, and they still know how to make good combat.
Yeah. It's a fun game. I'm excited to see what Platinum does next. I hope whatever they do next maybe has a little bit more budget, because I feel like that's maybe partially what's holding this game back.
Yeah.
So,
because it was published by Microsoft. Team Ninja collaborated with them. They own Ninja Gaiden and all that kind of stuff, so that's them. But Platinum was like the main developers. So yeah. They're pretty good at working in their budgets, I guess. But you can tell it is a budget in some regards, for sure. Like visually, it doesn't look like amazing. It's fine, but it's not going to blow you away. You're not going to be like, whoa. It's a cool ass game. It's on Game Pass, so if you're curious, you can check it out there as well. All right, boys, closing write-ins from the audience. If any of you listening want to write into the show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. I post a thread every Saturday for the show calling for your submission, so keep an eye out there. Nate Patterson wrote and said, hey, boys, love the idea of holiday specials. Not sure if they've been done in the past, but I'm here for it. I've only very recently started getting into spooky games. I started with Silent Hill 2 Remake, and just this past fortnight have beaten Resident Evil 7, Village, and also mouthwashing for something different, but still unsettling. Where should I go next? More Resident Evil? Dead Space? Chronos? I need guidance. Thanks for all you do. Nat. Where should he go, boys? What should he do next?
He says he beat Resident Evil 7 in Village. It's time to go back with your boy Leon.
Yes.
Resident Evil 2 Remake and Original 4. Play both Original 4 and Remake 4 because they're both great.
Yeah. If
3 Remake. If you're into Resident Evil, you should play it.
3 is not fun, but
you could beat it in like one sitting.
Yeah, 3 is short, but 3 to me just loses a lot of identity that the first game had.
Yeah.
If you have an Oculus headset, play the original Resident Evil 4 in VR. Because
if you have a PSVR 2, you can play Remake 2 and 4 in VR.
Yeah,
as
I don't know.
well.
I feel like Remake would be better on like a nice big OLED.
Sure, yeah.
But the original is enhanced by VR because you can like flip the guns around and stuff, and it's like a GameCube game, so you're not really missing out on too much.
Yeah, sure. I think RE2 Remake's a good spot, like you're saying, Dustin. It's a really good spot.
Yeah,
Dead Space would be cool if you just want something outside of Resident Evil. But if you want to get caught up for 9, start playing. Keep going.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get burnt out. Jimmy, do you have any other things you would want?
I was going to say what Dustin said. Okay. I thought Chronos was pretty good. I'm going to recommend Dying Light the Beast because I love that game. I think it's excellent.
Yeah.
But if you want something you can beat before Halloween, it's because it seems like he's playing them for Halloween. I mean, RE2 Remake's the go-to, I would say, because you can beat that in like 2 or 3 sittings.
Yeah.
And then if you have extra time, you can play through as Claire. B run.
A-B run.
Play the 4th Survivor DLC. You can unlock the Horde mode.
Yeah. All right. This is from Pair of Shoes. Hello, Tormented Brad 2, Ninja Furman 4, and Dying Light the Jimmying. You find yourself being chased to the death by Jason of Friday the 13th fame. The weapons at your disposal are a mace dipped in holy water, a rabid koala, electrified brass knuckles. You have to survive 24 hours or survive 24 hours or get to the sacred knife that can kill Jason, but it's in the middle of a 1,000-foot swimming pool filled with leeches. Who gets what weapon? Does someone try to traverse the leech pool? Do you gang up and fight Jason? Happy Halloween, and may all of your months be grand and a little creepy. Okay. So, I guess it's us 3. We have to fight Jason with something or run from him. The weapons we have at our disposal are a mace dipped in holy water, a rabid koala, and electrified brass knuckles. Well, 2 of those weapons sound cool, and I think the koala would do absolutely nothing. Well, maybe the koala would, but I'll take the koala because I can just hold it out. I got long arms. Maybe I'll do
the pool. I think
you can dive in the pool, the 1,000-foot pool?
Yeah, you guys would just have to use the holy water to get the leeches off once I get out of the pool.
Yeah, I'm good with the mace. I can't use the brass knuckles. I mean, that sounds dangerous. Electrified brass. Like, what if you accidentally brush yourself with your knuckles? Yeah. So
that'd be good against Jason because he's always wet. He's like,
he is always wet.
Like,
that's true. He's always dripping. Okay, I think we got a game plan then.
Is this a thing in the lore of Jason that there's a sacred knife that can kill him?
No.
I've never seen a Jason movie.
Usually they like tie him to like a chain with a brick and throw him back.
Yeah, they can't kill him. It seems like
one of them. It's like not even Jason. First 2. Well, first one it's not. It's his mom. Mm-hmm. Second one he's like in a sack head. Yeah, you can't really kill him.
Yeah, what about Jason X?
Yeah, Jason X. They blow him up, and then the nano machines bring him back as like.
What is this, Metal Gear, dude? The nano machines.
Yeah, Dustin, look up Jason X right now.
Okay, hold on.
In his like android form.
Android form.
Oh, dude. I don't know. This looks like it might be gas. Dude.
It's really fun. It has one of the best kills in the entire series in it. The like liquid nitrogen one. And it's like hokey, right? Because they've got this goofy ass spaceship set.
Yeah,
but that one starts out with them like doing a sting on Jason. Like they have this like hot chick with like huge tits at this camp, and then Jason's coming after her, and then the like army unloads on him, blows him to smithereens, and then turns out he's fine. They put him in a pyramid. It like skips forward 1,000 years, and then they come back to Earth, and it's like this sand world, and he's like chained up in a pyramid. I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen it in a while, but I'm 99% sure that's what happens.
That's so funny, dude. What the fuck?
If you want the best Friday the 13th movie to watch, it's 6. It's Jason Lives. That one's by far the
6?
best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jason Lives.
Yeah.
All right,
that one's like filmed like a Universal Monsters movie. It's like got very cool backdrops and like gothic style.
Sick.
But
have you seen I don't know if it's out yet, Jimmy, but have you seen Frankenstein? The new one?
No, I'm gonna see that. My local theater doesn't have it, so I figured I'd just wait for Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. Sounds cool.
Seems like Guillermo del Toro, I've seen stuff from him that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
And other stuff that I'm like, this kind of sucks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it's good. It looks cool.
Yeah.
But
The like core story of Frankenstein is like cool enough where, you know, like I think as long as he like adheres to it enough, it'll turn out all right. But like I'm with you, Dustin.
what was his last horror movie that was in theaters?
In
Pinocchio?
theaters?
No.
Crimson
I'm
Peak.
trying to remember because I saw it and it's like a creepy, like it's actually like,
Nightmare Alley?
let's see. Del Toro horror movie.
Kronos.
No. I can't find it. I don't know. There's like a horror movie that he did that a lot of people did not like a few years ago. I say a few years. Oh, Crimson Peak.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a while ago.
I just said a
yeah.
few years ago. It was 2015.
Yeah, that was like 10 years
That
ago.
movie's all right. I like that movie.
I thought it was fun. I didn't
Yeah.
think it was amazing.
It's just
but-
because it's not what people expected it to be.
Yeah.
I'll say that. It definitely caught me off guard. I was like, oh, okay.
It's a web story.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. This is from the Warrior Within soundtrack. Stand alone. You guys played that? Prince of Persia, The Warrior Within?
Nope.
Mm.
Godsmack in it?
Whoa.
Damn.
I've only played the weird cell shaded one.
Oh, okay.
The Rogue?
Like the reboot one.
The
No,
Rogue
The
Prince of
PS3
Persia?
one is like a reboot.
Where Nolan
kinda.
North is the voice actor.
Yeah. But in Warrior Within, which was after the Sands of Time, you would get chased by this thing, and I remember Godsmack would play in the game.
People really like that one. What's the one they're remaking? Sands of Time?
Yes, Sands of
Okay.
Time.
For like
The
20
first
years.
one.
they've
That's
been
like the one
remaking
that
it?
like blew up.
Okay.
It was like a reboot, pretty much. Anyways, hey there, sloppy summoners. I have a question/opinion about game review scores. In particular, I think 8 out of 10 is boring. I know it typically means great, but to me, I take it as the game didn't really master anything to be a 9 or a 10, nor did it take enough risks like a swimming in 7 to be interesting as it could have been. I know scores are pretty pointless anyway, so whatever. But what do you guys think? Do I stand alone in this? Take care, everyone. Take care, everyone's favorite OST. All right. Review scores, interesting. To me, I think some games can be interesting if they're 7s. I think some games can be interesting, though, too, and be 8s. It just depends how well things come together, I guess, concepts. So I don't think inherently a 7 is more interesting than an 8 by any means. But Dustin, what do you think about this review score talk?
Dude, video game review scores are so stupid, but not for the reason, at least I think for a lot of people say, is that review scores for gaming, it's like they're doing a letter grade at school. Like a 10 out of 10 is an A. Or, well, not even like a 9 or a 10 is an A, and an 8 is a B, and a 7 is a C.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't use the whole like lineup of numbers. And like the whole range of
Right,
what's
like
possible.
5 would be technically average, I guess.
Right. A 5 is like, this game is fucking horrible. It's like the worst thing ever. And to bring up something that Jim and I talk about all the time is my letterboxed, where I try to use the entire range.
Infamous.
Where I'm like, a 2.5 stars means I'm right in the middle on it. And that's why a lot of people are bringing up that I gave Goodfellas a 3.5 stars.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
At some point, and I'm like, that's a 7. That's like,
Yeah, that movie's like an 11.
it's been so long since I've seen it, and it's become such a talking point for the audience.
Well, now
I might just-
you're never going to like it enough, you know? Like,
yeah,
because
that's
now it's
true.
even more hyped.
I was thinking, because a lot of people are bringing up the fact that I gave Joker Fully Ado a 4.5
God.
stars.
That's like meta bait.
Okay,
You're the Joker.
Hold on. I was thinking about it. I was like, because I do go and I re-rank movies if I think that I was too hot or too cold. Like, I think I originally gave Weapons a 3.5. I think it should be a 4. Now that I've had some time away from it, I'm like, that movie was cool. It was creative. I think about it regularly.
Yeah.
That's a 4. So Joker Folie à Deux, I really should go back and make a 4 and not a 4.5, but I'm leaving it for the bait.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it for the bait.
Make that one of your like featured.
That's a great idea.
Dude, make it a thumbnail.
Your letterbox is good because it's like your true opinion. Like I have one friend who I won't name who like my friends and I all joke that he's the greatest critic of all time as long as you do the opposite of what he's ranking.
Right.
Like it's like honestly crazy how consistent he is with being wrong in my opinion. So like but Dustin's is like you never know what you're going to get. And sometimes you're positively surprised. Sometimes you're like what the fuck?
Well, the truth also is about the letterbox, and I know this question isn't about movie ranking, but when I was like waiting around for renders at my old job, I would try to remember every movie I've ever seen, even if it was 20 years ago or something, and I would try to rank it. So some of those scores that people have brought up, I was like, it's really not a fair score. I just want it to be listed in my letterbox as seen it. So some of them I might need to go back and do. But in terms of games, I think it would be so much more interesting if we used the full range.
Yes.
But you can't unwind that.
That's like the culture now.
Yeah. So
can't really change it.
Because like if we're using the full range, and we just talked about Ninja Gaiden, and if 5 is dead average, Ninja Gaiden is a 7 to me. But in the actual ranking of how people do, or scoring of games, it's like an 8, probably 8 or 8.5 even. Maybe not 8.5, an 8. But so I don't know. It's all very annoying to me.
Yeah.
I gravitate towards 7s because like it feels like lately they've kind of figured out at bigger developers like what's going to get them an 8, you know, like just around the board being solid, you know, in most places will get you an 8. But then you've got these other games like Atomfall I played earlier this year where it really wanted to focus on a few core things that were different. And then it let some other stuff kind of fall by the wayside, which like results in a 7 largely. So then if there's like a really cool core mechanic that they're focused on and it gets a 7, I'm usually more into the game. Because I'm like, oh, it's something new and exciting.
Ew. All right, this is from KB. Hey, gents. Sarah Bond recently mentioned that Xbox's next piece of hardware will be more in line with the ROG Ally X in terms of its feature set. Given that the ROG Ally can't natively play your Xbox library, my question is this. As a percentage, how likely is it the next Xbox won't be backwards compatible with your existing library? And how bad do you think the backlash would be if it isn't? Thanks. Okay, Jimmy, I have no experience with the ROG Ally X. I don't really know much about it. What do you think? You've had a lot of hands-on with it.
So Jez Corden, who like friend of LSM, right? Yeah, he reported today that it is for sure going to be backwards compatible with Xbox games. So I feel like as of now, 80-90% sure. So that's good. I'd say it's pretty likely. As far as the backlash goes, like if you own an Xbox, the backlash would be insane. Right? Yeah. Like there's no positive way to spin that. But like obviously anyone who's on PlayStation or PC would be like, that sucks, but whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So like the Xbox fans would be pissed, rightfully so. But they've been working on a translation layer like Proton. If you don't know, like the way the Steam Deck runs games is it makes a little Windows install for every game you download. So you have a little Windows container. And then it's not emulating Windows, but it's like effectively emulating Windows to make it simple for each game. So that's kind of what they're going to do with the Xbox, I would assume, because that's what they've been working on for a while. I just expect it to be expensive and essentially be a desktop PC. But if it ships with what the Xbox full screen experience is right now, they're going to have some problems because it's kind of a mess and it doesn't really do anything.
Dustin, thoughts?
Yeah, this was a hypothetical question I put out in the Xbox video I did last week, is if it doesn't play backwards compatible games. And I didn't say that it wouldn't or it would, but I brought up the interview that is mentioned by KB here of Sarah Bond is like, this is the direction we're moving in. It's like, doesn't necessarily seem like a good one as of right now.
So good. I need that for a thumbnail later.
So I think it would be absolutely insane if it didn't play Xbox games. I think, though, and Colin talked about this today on our Sacred Streaming, is that it's like, it kind of feels like this next console is the off-ramp of Xbox as a platform, because you would assume that the next games for this console, like when that's the current generation, are just going to be PC SKU games that run, and maybe there's like a console mode that the developers use, or I don't know, maybe they're just full-blown, here's all the settings on the console version. I'm not exactly sure. So I would just be a little concerned, and some people don't care about this at all, but like, is there going to be, if there's a console after that, are they going to care about your Series X games then? And it seems like right now with PlayStation that we can play your PS4 games, PS5, and it sounds like PlayStation 6, from what we know, is going to be able to do the same thing. And so they've kind of locked down their standards for their platform. And then who knows, maybe eventually there's a PlayStation that eventually cuts off a certain level.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I would just feel wary one way or the other, whether it's backwards compatible or not, with the way Xbox is acting to continue to invest in a library in that platform.
Yeah. But you'd assume that whatever they come up with, right, will come to Windows as a whole.
Probably, yeah, because they're going to synergize that.
So, like, if you had
I'm trying to think. So then would you say, like, when this comes out, do you think my Windows computer could play Series X games?
I would hope so. Like, if they're going, like, if this thing's going to run Windows, it would be so bizarre for them to have a separate, like, it would just be another console operating system, like a new one that they made in addition to the Xbox One and Windows.
Right.
So if they're building it into Windows, I mean, it'd be kind of a no-brainer for them to release it, because, like, I'm sure people have bought digital Xbox 360 games at some point, right? Like, and then you can say, like, oh, this is a great new feature of Windows 11. You can play digital 360 games. Like,
do you think there's any kind of licensing issue with that?
I think if you're playing the actual 360 game and not giving people the PC version, I think they'll have a lot easier time getting developers on board for that. But going to everyone and saying, hey, we noticed you have a PC version of The Evil Within 2 or like Devil May Cry 5, just give the license for that to like anyone who bought it on Xbox. Capcom's going to be like, yeah, right. Okay. No.
Yeah.
But if they're like, hey, we're going to make it so people can access this version of Devil May Cry 5 they bought, I'm sure Capcom would be like, yeah, whatever. Like, they already bought it.
Sure.
Like, you're accessing that specific version. And then they can market their new machine being like, if you want the most like tailored experience, play the Xbox Magnus.
Feels kind of crazy how much we kind of allegedly know about these consoles already.
Yeah.
And it's still like 2 years away from now. Pretty interesting. Are they saying the Xbox one's going to be 2027 as well? Or are they going to try to get out early?
No. So like Sony was allegedly originally 2028. So 2027 was early for Xbox. But then me and Dustin's buddy Tom was like, they're both 2027.
Okay. All right. This is from the Juan 1. Hello, spooky season summoners. Have any of you guys ever gone to Halloween Horror Nights? I went the first time this year, all because there was a Fallout haunted house. While it was based on the show, any games you think would be great idea for a haunted house besides Resident Evil, of course? I have been to Halloween Horror Nights. I have been. I went to it years ago, Jimmy. It was like The Evil Dead. It was like the reboot one, maybe that came out years ago.
Well, not the best one, but that's my favorite horror movie of all time.
They had that one, and they had like an Insidious one, which was really sick. Cool. Actually, I remember that one. Jimmy, I know you've been. I'm sure
I've been a bunch. They used to give me like skip the line pass when I lived in LA.
The dank passes.
I got to go to like the opening night and like I got to go to the dinner before a couple times on the like press night. So they put me at a table with Eli Roth, and I was like heavy breathing. I was like, I don't like fanboy, but then I was like next to like some of my favorite horror directors, and I was like, oh man, this is crazy. But They have done games in the past. Like before they started to get third-party movie licenses, they did a Resident Evil Nemesis one. In Japan, they do Resident Evil.
Yeah,
now.
which you've been to, Dustin.
Yeah, when I was at Universal, not the second time I went to Japan, but the first time, they had the Resident Evil 2 haunted house where you could pick the Leon or the Claire route.
Cool.
And we did the Leon route, of course. Yeah. And dude, it was so sick. It was a lot of fun. I wish they did it here, man. But and you can't. They like won't let you film inside at all, so there's like barely any footage of it available. But it was really sick. The question brings up like what other games would be cool to have something like this. Like, I mean, Dead Space would be super sick.
Yeah.
Be hard though, because like zombies are pretty easy to make someone in a zombie costume and makeup and stuff. So you'd have to get a little crazy with Dead Space, but I'm trying to think what else would work. They did
Silent
Last
Hill,
of Us, right?
Yeah, they did Last of Us TV show.
Dude, Silent Hill would be sick.
Yeah, Silent Hill would be good.
Silent Hill would be great.
Castlevania for me. I guess that's pretty just normal Dracula shit, though.
Dead Rising would be cool.
Recognizable characters, that'd be cool.
With like if you get a lot of scare actors, like you just had a big warehouse full of zombies, and then the back of it was the mall facade.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of sweet.
That would be sick. Yeah. All right, this is from Billy Boob. Hey guys, hope this finds you well. Question here for Jimmy due to Halloween coming up, but of course Brian and Dustin can chime in. Every Halloween for the past 5 years or so, my wife and I have done a trilogy of horror films. Not related, just 3 horror movies. But we do have a system in place to keep attention and enthusiasm up. So we start with something contemporary or parentheses elevated, as like some like to say, something that's generally a good piece of scary art. For example, Hereditary. Then we go for something fun, cheesy, or a B movie as long as it's entertaining, like Tremors, Reanimator, and Arachnophobia. Then to finish off, it's a classic like Halloween, The Exorcist, etc. Following this template, what would your trilogy be? Keep it up, guys.
I gotta read this.
Yeah,
we gotta go for something fun or cheesy. So elevated, Bring Her Back.
Bring Her Back.
Good friend Cortland Gordon worked on that movie, so I'm biased, but I liked Talk to Me. I thought it was like good, a good solid first feature. Little elevated, but Bring Her Back is fucking crazy, dude. Like,
okay.
There's some stuff that happens in that movie where I'm like, whoa, like that was scary. That movie was good. Something genuinely good. That was the first one. Something cheesy. We'll do House of a Thousand Corpses, the Rob Zombie classic.
I've seen that, yeah.
I just watched that with my wife Kelsey, and her only note was, I wish that person lived. And I was like, all right, that's pretty good. Yeah. And then a B movie, as long as it's entertaining. Oh no. And then to finish off, it's a classic like Halloween.
Classic.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Or Halloween 4.
Or Halloween 4. Okay. Dustin, what about you? Do you have any opinions? I don't know horror movies enough to even compete in this.
Yeah. Well, something contemporary, recommend Weapons. I mentioned earlier is awesome. So that's great. And for the B movie, I also mentioned this, Troll 2. You got to watch Troll 2. It's awesome. Not scary at all. It'll make you laugh a lot. And then for the classic, my favorite horror movie of all time is The Shining. And that's like the all-time classic for me. I haven't seen it in quite a few years now, so maybe I'll pop that on sometime this week.
Did you watch Dr. Sleep?
No, and I'm kind of a hipster about it. Like, I feel like you can't add to Stanley Kubrick, And I know it's like, I know it's Stephen King's book. I don't give a fuck about Stephen King.
I'm not a big Mike Flanagan guy, but not comparing it to The Shining, I thought it was pretty good.
Oh,
okay.
It feels like a TV show if you watch the director's cut because it's split into chapters.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And I was like, this is pretty good. It made like $10.
Okay. All right. Final writing here from a 388-foot man. Hey there, spooky summoners. I'm wondering how you guys feel about scary or horror VR games. Honestly, I'm personally never scared when playing a scary game on the TV or just watching scary movies outside the occasional jump scare. I'm just not able to remove the knowledge that is just a thing on the screen that's fantasy. I enjoy them and can appreciate that they're good, but I've never had the feeling of being able to being unable to sleep or cowering during them. VR though has definitely given me some proper scares. Madison on PSVR 2 has got to be the scariest piece of media I've ever experienced. Propagation Paradise Hotel is a close second. Being inside the game is incredibly immersive. Have any of you guys played horror games in VR? Any favorites? Happy Halloween. Keep on keeping on. I played Resident Evil 7 in VR when it came out, and that was fucking terrifying at the time.
Yeah.
That was like one of my first like VR experiences too, I remember, and boy, was it a super immersive. I'm kind of like you. I don't get scared from horror games very often, but if I'm playing in VR, it just elevates it greatly, in my opinion.
Yeah. I just can't with VR horror games, dude. I tried to play 7 in VR and I'm like, this is too much.
It's very intense.
The demo is crazy where they strap you to a chair.
Oh, the kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played Resident Evil 4 Remake in VR. And it's funny because that game's not scary at all. And in VR, it's generally not very scary, but it's significantly more freaky when there's guys like right up in your face.
The cowhead guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I tried playing Village in VR, and even that game's not very scary either overall. Well, parts of that game, the dollhouse, they're freaky as hell. So I just can't do it. Like, I've heard about this Madison VR game. Nope.
It's
Can't do
scary.
it. Can't do it.
If you like
What about you,
Madison, you should play Visage. I think that has a VR mode, but Visage
I think
is
I have
crazy.
that.
And then there's a Mortuary Assistant VR mod. That game's scary as hell.
I remember that game,
in
yeah.
2D, but I can't imagine playing it in VR, but there's a mod, so try that out. Yeah, I mean, the action games like Resident Evil and like Metro I played last year, I'm generally a pretty good shot in VR, and I like conserve ammo anyway, so like I can usually like smoke these things before they even get close to me.
Headshots
So, like,
all day.
I don't have problems with that, but like any walking sim type game, I think you can play the Outlast Trials in VR. I bet that would be like terrifying.
Yeah.
'Cause I really like that game. That would be a good friend slop game.
That's a
We should play that. That game's awesome. It's basically like Saw, but 4-player.
Yeah.
And there's like a different jigsaw every level.
It's really funny.
But yeah.
Jimmy, do you ever get scared from like a horror movie or anything like that, or a game?
One of the there's one moment in Bring It Back that was like disturbing for sure. I was like, whoa, that was shocking to see something. I'm not even gonna like even begin to explain it because it's like
Not even utter it.
It shouldn't spoil it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what scares me. I don't know. I don't really get scared in horror movies. I mostly watch stuff I think is cool, like Evil Dead or whatever. But there's some movies like The Last House on the Left remake that get pretty brutal. The Hills Have Eyes remake, there's some good tension moments. Yeah, I don't really get too scared. I thought Shelby Oaks was going to be kind of creepy, but I don't know. I didn't really like that movie. So yeah, I don't really get scared.
Okay.
My wife loves jump scares. We just discovered
does
this.
she?
So we
That's
just
funny.
watched the first 3 Paranormal Activities, and she was like jumping to the ceiling at some of the jumps in that. It's like Jump
That's fun,
Scare
dude.
City.
That's really fun. Okay, boys. That's it. We're done for the second Halloween special for Summon Sign. Jimmy, Dustin, thank you both for joining me and dressing up. I appreciate it. Love that Halloween spirit. Good shit. Before we go, though, anything you guys want to promote?
Well, first of all, thanks, Brad, for having us on the show. It's a lot of fun. It's been great being Aldi Leon Kennedy without a badge because I forgot about the badge. I did have my radio hooked up, but it fell off, and it's actually just a Game Boy Advance charger.
Oh, nice.
That I had on my shoulder.
That's creative, though. It does look like a radio.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well. Promotion, obviously, I mean, you're already at Last Stand, so you don't need to hear about Sacred Symbols or anything like that. You can check out my YouTube channel. If you search Dustin Furman, you'll find it. Jimmy's been helping me out, as I mentioned earlier. It's been lots of fun. I have a video about Halo coming out that I recorded yesterday.
Okay.
And will be coming out sometime in the next day or two.
Okay. Cool.
Deck
Jimmy.
Ready.
Deck
Go
Ready.
Subscribe to Deck Ready. Get me to 100,000 subs. If you're interested in the Steam Deck, if you have a Steam Deck, even if you don't care about the Steam Deck, you should check out Deck Ready. There. It's a good time.
Deck Ready.
I share settings. I share news. I've convinced a lot of people to buy Steam Decks. Mm-hmm. Like Valve should start cutting me checks at this point, for real. But yeah, even if you have an Xbox ROG Ally, a lot of the stuff I talk about is relatable to that because it's PC handheld. So
sure,
check that channel out. It's really easy to find. If you type in the word Steam Deck, you'll see it.
Okay, wonderful. All right, everybody, have a good Halloween. Have fun out there. We'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye. Summon Sign is a product of Last Stand Media and Collins Last Stand LLC and is proudly recorded in the USA. The show is written and hosted by me, Brad Ellis. The show is produced by Dustin Furman. All of Last Stand's theme music is by Ramon Narvaez. Summon Sign, along with the rest of Last Stand's media shows, are fan-funded on Patreon at patreon.com/laststandmedia. The following names are at the producer level on Patreon, our highest tier, and we are grateful for your kind contribution and generosity to our independent endeavor. Thank you.